When the fate of the world is at stake, can a go-go dancer, a wrecker, a barbecue joint owner, and an anesthesiologist band together and save it? All Guts, So Gory podcast is excited to discuss a film that did not do well at the box office, but it has a huge following. 2007's Planet Terror.
Tarantino and Rodriguez are bringing the Grindhouse back. When the laws of science are broken, the last hope for humanity rests in the hands of a few. Dakota. El Rey. And Jerry Darling. In Robert Rodriguez, Planet Terror.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice. Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
We don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to All Guts, So Gory podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things horror related. Today we will do our deepish dive into Planet Terror. With me, Justin, today, as always, is Mike, the serious one, and a very special guest, my wife Sarah, another serious one. Sadly missing from today's episode is Charlie, the wild card. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to jump in with my thoughts on why I picked this movie. Absolutely love it. That's not it, but I absolutely love it. I feel I got it right away. It got me, everything. First saw this down in Carbondale at the movie theater. Go Salukis with my I was down there with my brilliant and hilarious wife, Sarah. And did I say beautiful?
Why'd you have to write that down?
I know,
Beautiful,
seriously.
beautiful,
Like-
beautiful too. She opted to not join me at the theater, unfortunately. So I went with some friends. The marketing for the film and the names attached made this a must-see film. It did not disappoint. It had real trailers before the film, followed by fake trailers and a double feature. Walked out loving Planet Terror and liked Death Proof. Sorry, Mike. Unfortunately, Death Proof being slower and in the second slot hurt it. Probably seen Planet Terror about 3 or 4 times, but not in a while. So I was glad to visit this one again. It's the right kind of sleazy, gory, funny, cheesy, and over the top. I give it a 9 out of 10 on my IMDb. Mike,
God.
with that, when did you first see it? Initial thoughts? How many times have you seen it? And whatever else you want to say about it.
I've seen this at least 10, 15 times. I saw it in the theater, like you said, appointment viewing, given that it had Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's name on it. The casting was brilliant. I think we expected a little bit more Bruce Willis when you see the trailer, but we did get a little bit of that, and so I just was all in on this. You know me, as we've done some of these podcasts now, that the splatter, the blood and guts, that is what is up my alley. And this movie, there is no shortage of it in Planet Terror. But I think people don't want to hear much more from us. So let's kick it over to our special guest joining us, Sarah.
Sarah, woo,
Thanks, guys.
welcome, by the way.
So I saw this for the first time 2 days ago.
Okay.
I did have the opportunity to go with Justin. I was busy studying. I was trying to become a lawyer, so I could support his horror movie
Spoiler
habit.
alert, she failed. She did not become a lawyer.
False.
Oh, wait, she
False.
did. Okay.
Also, it just didn't interest me, to be honest with you. I did not
sad.
want to sit through 3 hours of a Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez joint effort. Sorry, guys. It's not the type of horror movie I typically gravitate towards, but it was, I want to say it was awful. It wasn't awful. I was very annoyed with the film quality, even though I know that's what they were
part of the
going
charm.
for, and that was part of what they were trying to do. There were definitely some laugh out loud moments, and for someone who does not like the splatter, it didn't gross me out like it typically, normally it would.
It's
right?
a comical
It was
amount.
definitely comical. It was
Funny splatter.
It was funny splatter. I would not rate it as high as the two of you. I said like a 5 out of 10. I mean, it was fun though because
that's passing.
It's
still
passing.
In movie world, that's passing.
It passed, but for me, like it goes into our kids watched it with us. That was fun. Like, so it was just a fun evening. And I continued looking at him all night, being like, "What the fuck are we doing? Like, this is insane."
Why'd you make me watch this?
Why'd you
How
make
much
me watch
longer?
this? Why did I agree to do this?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Does she have to wear that?
I did. Okay, I did talk about the objectification of women after for quite a while.
Okay.
But we can
Still
talk about that
talking
later.
about it. All right. Well, you just heard from Sarah. But before we get too far into this thing, we normally ask our guests to tell us well, Mike and I believe that you can learn a lot about somebody from their favorite horror movies. Right, Mike?
Sure.
Don't you think so?
Not much, but
No,
at least
you can-
something
no,
about what type of movies they're drawn to.
Stop it. Deep insights into their soul from what horror movies they love.
Okay.
Anyway, so we like to ask for your top 4 horror movies in any particular order. It does not have to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, based on a Mount Rushmore or the Mount Rushmore, as we like to call it.
I mean, I am a fan of this podcast.
Oh, number one super fan.
Would have been annoyed if you hadn't asked me.
Oh, wait. Before we do that,
Okay.
tell us the whats, the whys, and your relationship with horror in general.
I am a latecomer to horror films.
Not in bed, you're not.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, stop
Man,
it.
it is going to be that kind of podcast. All right.
I was going to say a sweet story that
okay, go for it.
Mike's wife, my little sister, is the one that you typically would
Okay.
watch horror movies with because my sister enjoys them more than I ever
Yes.
have.
Mary Marie was your sacrificial go see this with Justin. Yeah.
But it was a cute bond that you guys had. So I never felt the need to hone in on that. It was fine. I didn't really care to see a lot of these movies. I would say we started really watching horror movies once we were married and I was done with law school. So in my mid to late 20s. Not that I didn't see horror movies before then, but actually became a regular, like, we will watch this, or he would make me watch it because he'd want to see my face. But
Actually,
I was
what's
scarred.
funny-
I was scarred early because I saw The Exorcist at a sleepover when I was like 8 and I shouldn't have seen it. So that ruined me. And then also the movie Tommy, the Who musical.
Oh, Pinball Wizard?
Justin swears it's not a horror
not
movie.
scary.
But to like 7-year-old Sarah, that was like the worst movie I've ever seen. So like I was scared to watch anything.
There's weird things that happen in the movie.
It's
Yeah,
not-
I'd have to watch that again. I
It's
remember it was on like VH1 when I was like 8 and my dad was watching it and I don't think I understood what was going on.
it was fucking scary to me. And I slept on the
Alright,
floor of my parents' room for you said it was an explicit podcast.
That's true. That's true.
And I said I was
No,
just
no,
going
no.
to be myself. So that's what
I
I'm doing.
did mention at the end of last episode we might break the record for F-bombs. So
on this one?
Yeah.
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 Because I was going to be on it?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Fucking A right.
So that's my relationship to horror films.
Okay.
I do tend to gravitate towards zombie movies, religious stuff, ghosts. I like vampires. I like good-looking vampires, and I also like scary-looking vampires. Thank you. So can I start with? Can I?
You gotta be louder.
Gotcha. I know what he was doing. So can I start with my Mount Rushmore now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So number 1 is Scream, but that is more of a nostalgia thing. That was probably the first horror movie I saw in the theater with like my boyfriend in high school. Number 2 is Insidious. Number 3, 28 Days. And number 4, World War Z.
28 days later, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Not the Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock movie. 28 Days later. So, and then just off would be like Conjuring and Exorcist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
All right.
in line with what I said I liked. For the
A
most
lot
part.
of modern ones in there, right?
Right. I mean, but that tracks with when we really started watching them together.
Yeah,
so.
she made an effort, especially over COVID when we were at home a lot, to watch maybe one a week or what was it? Like we tried to knock a lot out, didn't we?
We did.
And that's when you watched World War Z
Unfortunately.
for the first time, I think.
I've seen World War Z 2 or 3 times at this point.
Oh.
It's that good.
Helps that Brad Pitt's in it, I think. Yeah.
I mean, he's fine.
Brad Pitt's fine.
She's
I've got this over here. I don't need to
come
worry
on.
about Brad
she's
Pitt.
more of a Patrick Wilson guy.
I am more
girl.
obviously
Whatever.
Insidious and
Yeah,
Conjuring
Insidious
just
and
off.
Conjuring, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, all right. Well, thank you for that. Obviously, there's a little bit of lesson school time that we have to do for this podcast, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you love that stuff. So this movie came out as a double feature in a movie called Grindhouse, right? So it's Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. They work together. A grindhouse refers to an old, like a dilapidated movie theater inside the inner city that kind of really grinds out films, right? Like often doing double, triple feature kind of things, and they're all B movies. Once again, another definition of B movie is just there's normally, if a movie was slated to be a double feature, the B movie would normally be the lower quality one. So it's not necessarily bad, but it is cheap and campy normally, right? So you can normally spot those. Do you guys...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So were these both intended to be B movies?
Yes.
Okay.
Modeled after B
Yes.
movies.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you went to one of these theaters to see a movie like this, you would expect the film to look shoddy, the scratches on it, the blips, the missing reels, I guess, of theater maintenance. Sorry, we didn't get this reel. Our fault.
Fun fact is, like, movies today launch in like 3,000 screens, things like that, right? So these movies were made, like there were like 10 prints of them, and they would start in cities like Chattanooga or littler cities, but in the inner city of it, right? So a city, but still. So once Chattanooga was done with it, they'd pass it to Birmingham, or they'd pass it to, Indianapolis or something like that. So by the time it's done with the first theater, it's really shitty. There's scratches all over it because the projectionists are just throwing it on there real quick. And some of the film reels become so damaged, they actually have to take them out and like they can't use them anymore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it was set up, is like, it's a fun fact is Robert Rodriguez did film this on HD, and then he went in and used special effects after the fact to make this film look like it does.
Yeah. I think I heard some of it was like they drug some around the parking lot a little bit,
Right.
and just some stuff like that. Yeah.
Some of it just straight digital effects too, I'd imagine. But yeah, not to be confused with Dog Soldiers, but shot on 16 millimeter and damage.
Which also looks like shit. No.
So right off the top of your head, can you think of other movies like this that you might have a relationship with, like from the 80s or 70s or 60s? I don't have a ton. I remember seeing like on Showtime and stuff, there would be exploitation films, which normally all these were. They'd take a subject and then just squeeze all the juice they could get out of it, like sexy nurses or women trapped in prison together and stuff that happens in prison with them. Or, zombies, things like that. But they'd really amp up everything about it. Anything come to mind?
Nothing that early comes to mind, just because it was when this movie come out and it was a newer thing. It was something that I was, really, I don't want to say not aware of, but I learned a little bit from this. But it was harder to find those titles at Blockbuster. Like you don't just find them, like whatever.
And it all comes down to distribution, right?
Yeah, and right around this time is when Blockbusters were kind of going by the wayside anyway. But I can talk about one of them. I'll talk about is newer. Came out in 2010. It's called Hobo with a Shotgun. Are you familiar with that one?
No.
I am familiar with it's a Rutger Hauer, right?
Rutger Hauer.
But I didn't see it yet.
So Hobo with a Shotgun was a trailer, originally a trailer that in the Canadian theatrical release of the Grindhouse double feature, Hobo with a Shotgun was one of the trailers. And it got in there because Jason Eisner, the Canadian filmmaker, made this trailer for the South by Southwest trailer contest, hosted and judged by, guess who? Robert Rodriguez.
Nice.
It won first prize. Robert Rodriguez put it in the Canadian trailer for the Canadian fans, and 3 years later was made into a feature film by Jason Eisner.
That's kind of fun.
So I saw it out, and when that came out, and that one is awesome. It's not quite horror. It goes into more of the dark comedy realm. I can do
street
it.
Violence, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Lots of street violence, bum fights, stuff like that.
Like fights between homeless people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The unhoused.
They're
yeah.
always called
As
unhoused.
some, as somebody films it and gives them a few dollars for filming it, and like, here you go, here's $10 if you guys will fight, and like there's a part where like Rutger Hauer eats glass for $20. Like
Not
on
real
film.
glass, guys. It's probably a sugar glass.
So what you're saying is this is not a film for me.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you didn't like Planet Terror, I'm gonna guess you're not gonna like
Right.
Hobo with a Shotgun, because there's something that happens on a school bus. It's pretty
Not good?
Pretty not good.
Pretty not good. All right, what I'm going to do now is take us back into time in 1992. Ready for this?
Okay.
Can you? All right. Do-do-do. Okay, so we're back in time now. Two different filmmakers are doing their rounds of film festivals, right? So Robert Rodriguez has El Mariachi, which he famously made for about $7,000. Cheap as one of the cheapest things you're ever going to hear reference here. And it was huge. It was a huge hit. Antonio Banderas, a guitar case, guns inside of it, all that. Later, got a Americanized version, Desperado, but
Which he was also in, right?
correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct. And Quentin Tarantino just made it like Reservoir Dogs was really like just kind of blew up. It was a phenomenon, right? They met each other and it was kind of love at first sight, right? They were the biggest nerds. They both had giant affections for this type of movie. They liked kung fu movies. They liked all this stuff. So this started a budding relationship between the two of them where they would collaborate. They'd say, hey, here's this movie. Give me your thoughts. Here's this movie. Give me your thoughts. And they'd go back and forth. For some reason in my head, I thought Quentin Tarantino kind of helped Robert Rodriguez get, where he is. But it's really like a back and forth the whole time.
Mm-hmm. They both did sequences in 4 rooms together.
Yep.
And I believe Robert Rodriguez tried to get Machete made in 1993, the fake trailer.
Oh, really? Okay.
The fake trailer that leads into Death Proof. He wrote that in 93 and couldn't get it off the ground. And then, went and did these other things. But then with the fake trailer, then later had obviously the money and the clout to get that finally off the ground.
So in Desperado, at the very beginning, there's a Quentin Tarantino scene in a bar where he tells a joke, and there's 6 or 7 collaborations. You mentioned 4 Rooms. From Dusk Till Dawn was written by Tarantino, directed by Rodriguez, and obviously Tarantino starred in it. Grindhouse, obviously, but yeah, just a ton of collaborations there. Did you know they had this love for each other, Sarah?
Yes, I did. I knew this before, but obviously we met at a movie theater. So I think both have a love of film. As problematic as I think Quentin Tarantino is, my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is obviously the Kill Bill movies, but then I love Reservoir Dogs. I like Reservoir Dogs more than I like Pulp Fiction.
I thought you loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's a Robert Rodriguez.
No, that's
Quentin.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
That
think
falls in there.
that falls in there. Inglourious Bastards falls in there as well. Like, I think that's just smarter than a lot of his movies. But
absolutely,
my first intro to Quentin, and maybe that's why I have an affection for it, is Reservoir Dogs. And then from there, I saw the other ones. And
when you watch Reservoir Dogs, at least when I do it, there's 2 movies I associate with being younger and being like, I could do that. And then it's Clerks and it's Reservoir Dogs as being able to make like a movie with very little money, shot in
very few sets,
1 or 2 sets, and as long
friends. It feels like they're people like that you know, right?
Yeah. And as long as you just can like keep it under budget and write a good script and have some, in Kevin Smith's case with Clerks, just have your friends and film it at the place you work after they close. And in Quentin Tarantino's case, the script good enough that, Tony Scott wanted to make it. Tony Scott and Tarantino had Reservoir Dogs and True Romance, and he was going to sell one of them to Tony Scott and make the other one himself. So Tony Scott ended up buying True Romance, which then Tarantino used the funds to make Reservoir Dogs and get a better cast, get Harvey Keitel on board and all those guys. Anyway, it's a little tangent, but when you watch those movies made on such a low budget in 1 or 2 places, as a younger person, I'm like, man, I could do that. All you gotta do is write 1 good script. Just 1. So it's just a launching point. You could do it. Never did, obviously. I don't think I ever finished a thing in my life.
So from that,
you and Justin have that.
yeah, exactly. I like to come up with the ideas and be like, I wish somebody would make this, and then I just fall asleep and forget about it, right? But anyway, so what I found in my research, I'm going to put that in quotes, because I think I watched an interview. So Quentin Tarantino is such a big nerd. He collects all these exploitation films, right? He collects them after the market. He buys them, he restores them, all this stuff. And he would regularly show, he would set it up like a Grindhouse in his house, and he would show back-to-back exploitation films, B-movies. And this was his like thing. He actually did this in different cities. He called it like different film festivals. Pair that with Robert Rodriguez had just done Spy Kids 3D, and it was a huge hit, right? So everybody was like, we love 3D.
The unrated cut?
Yes, the unrated cut. So 3D was huge in the 80s, I think. I
That
don't
came out
remember.
like 2000 something.
Right, and then it came back a little bit, right? And this may have had a role in
Oh, you mean 3D itself? I'm sorry. I think you meant Spy Kids 3D. I'm like, dude, that was like 20.
No, I'm talking about
That was like 2005.
All right, 3D movies. It was kind of a lost film experience, right? It went away for a long time. It just, I think people thought the technology or whatever wasn't there. So bringing that back,
it's gone again.
It is gone again, right? Because
They were making 3D TVs, and you had to glasses for your
Because
home
it's a
TV.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
pain.
And you got to pay extra.
And it gives you a headache.
right, you take off your glasses and everything's blurry, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, can do without.
Yeah, so F 3D movies, and they started.
But 3D rides at Disney are
Right,
great.
that's fun. And they started pandering to like they stopped making movies based on a good movie. They're like, how can I make an axe fly at the screen, or how can anyway?
Right.
That's my little soapbox on 3D. But it was kind of a forgotten experience that went well for him, right? So he was like, what other experiences can I remember that aren't present today in films, right? So he was like, oh, what about these Grindhouse things? And he pitched it to Tarantino, and what about these Grindhouse? And then he remembered how Tarantino does these showings or whatever, and then they kind of talk to each other, and they're like, that's awesome. Let's do that, right? Did you guys come across that research at all?
Yeah, I think they wanted to make this, and I think in America and in Canada were maybe the only two places that did this. So they almost wanted this to be like an educational thing as well for the English and the overseas, the European, Asian countries
Let's not go too far.
What are we educating
I know they
them
wanted
on?
to.
Not that they were, not that was
Yeah.
their plan, but
Right.
that when it would go over there, it'd be something they've never experienced.
Oh,
over
that's
there.
fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
And that was like another one of their motivations, I think.
So I did not come across this in my research. I was told that the host does all the research.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I did do homework, so I'm a
you
step
must-
ahead of Charlie.
You must have been talking to Charlie too much. You don't got to do shit. That's what he says. No, so I wish I could say that America loved it, but they did not love it.
You know, America's not in a great place right now. What can I say? Maybe if more people loved it.
20 years ago, though, we were
Yeah.
riding on some Obama
Here's-
hope, I think.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
It's
2007, yeah.
Yeah.
He was,
Here's the
he was
rub.
in that race.
Yeah. Here's the rub on this. So the movie was made for $67 million, or both of them combined were made for $67 million. And to buy a
That's a lot of
ticket,
money.
it was probably $10.
It's probably
at the time,
$60 million
or
for Planet Terror and
$8
$7 for Death Proof.
It was probably like $8 to $10 to buy a ticket. That is not what these films were back in the day. This was like you pay $1 and you get to see a couple movies because you're not doing anything, and you buy popcorn kind of thing. So,
And I
so
think
don't-
some of those Grindhouse films that you were talking about before in the 70s were probably like 71 minutes long, or an hour and 10 tops. And so you get two of them because together it's still under 3 hours.
Okay. And then this one was right about 3 hours together, I think, right?
With the trailers
With the
and all, it was a
trailers.
little more. And then there's like extended cuts now, but yeah.
Right. All right. So I do think that was the biggest reason that Sarah was like, nah, you guys go have fun, was the 3 hours, right?
3 hours was a big part of it. That's a lot of.
So you
That was
watched
a lot of
both
time.
of them?
No.
I didn't go. So
Oh, at
he,
the time.
right? So
Okay.
he went with some of our friends from law school, and I was like, I can't give you 3 hours of my life for something I'm not interested in. I wasn't interested in seeing it.
Right.
I'm not like. I mean, I knew what it was going to be. We talked enough about it. Like, he wants me to go to those things and he wants me to enjoy them. But
Yeah.
it's like, no, babe.
I feel you, Justin.
It's
you
not.
know.
It's not happening. I've done a lot.
Hey, I've watched Pride and Prejudice with you a million times.
No,
That's
you
all
have not. I watch that at night when I'm going to bed, so you don't have to
I
watch
did go
it.
see it with you. And then I was excited to see Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which
Yeah, it was great.
Same thing, right?
It was great. I told you I love zombies.
So yeah, the movie made $25 million
Oh, that's
based
kinda
on
sad.
That's it?
That
based
makes
on
me
a
little sad.
$67 million
Ooh.
budget.
Wait, is that even as of today?
That's, no, so they cut off at the first release. I mean, I think if Star Wars, like when they put out 20th, 5th anniversaries and stuff, they might tack on to the stuff. But as far as the original run,
So this is just
normally,
the theatrical
right.
release. Okay,
Correct.
that's kind of a bummer.
So $25 million. Awards,
They're
won.
fine though. They're fine.
They
Oh,
did all
yeah.
right.
They're-
But it did pretty much seal the fate of future efforts like this. They were planning to do multiple of these. They were planning to do another Grindhouse,
Yeah. Well, they can do this not for $67 million.
They
They
can.
can do this for $1 million or less.
You think so?
Well,
I'm not with the
there's-
names. Not with the names.
Not with the
Right.
names,
I mean,
and that's some of the part of what I learned later on about Bruce Willis having such a small role in this is in Grindhouse movies, you might get a trailer that has like a Bruce Willis in it, and then people go to see, oh, it's a Bruce Willis flick, and then when you go to see this Grindhouse flick, it's like, okay, that guy's in it for 2 minutes, but they use it in the trailer to get you to the movie.
I mean,
Then you find out once you're there
Pretty
that
smart.
that
That's
the A-lister is basically non-existent.
I mean, it is absolutely smart to do,
right.
but you're paying for the Bruce Willis to do. I mean, even
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna get a hat.
Most of the time they don't take discounts though. Like it's like, you want me in it? Yeah, I want 500,000 or
Sure.
$2 million.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
right?
take it. I wouldn't give anybody a discount.
I think they shot his stuff all in one day.
Yeah.
Because like 1 or 2 days, because it wasn't all his shots are just him. There's no like where they have to do back and forth, like where they used to use a double and all that stuff. It's just all his shots are just him and the camera. That's it. So they shot it like all at once.
I wouldn't give you a discount.
You wouldn't give me a discount?
I wouldn't give anybody a
Give me a
discount.
discount at least. I'm your husband. Anyway. All right, so let's talk about how the fans liked it. IMDb, 7.0 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes.
Tracks.
Now this is for Grindhouse. This isn't individually because those
So this is total. Like
this is So Rotten Tomatoes was a 77 critic and a 72 audience. So the critics
critics
were
liked it.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Interesting.
I'm a
Critics
little
were
shocked.
maybe they were more in on the intention of the film, right? So they were like, okay, we like what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. With Planet Terror generally receiving stronger half of the reviews is all I got. It doesn't say,
I mean,
what's what.
Yeah.
I want to say objectively, but you can't be. There's no objective
Right.
way to measure it. But like, you like the other one better. You like Death. What is it? Death.
Death Proof. I don't know if I like it better, but I like both of them a lot.
Okay.
So
I mean, I think Planet Terror has a lot more rewatchability because it's.
I think
just-
it does too.
There's no real heavy moments. Like the heavy moments are at a minimum, and Death Proof is. I mean,
And I love Kurt Russell. So
Kurt Russell's great.
that
Yeah.
tips me a little the other way too.
Yeah. Fair enough. Metacritic. Do you know what Metacritic is? babe?
I don't. I mean, I've listened to
Okay, so
almost all of your podcasts. I don't. know what
Metacritic is weird. It takes
Okay.
like the Roger
explanation.
Eberts and the Gene Siskel's reviews, and it comes up with a score based on how many negative things are mentioned, and just does it generally seem like a well-reviewed movie, right, Mike? Is that anything?
So it's
that's
an
what I
AI
gather.
Generated.
No,
It's not AI generated.
It's people
but
interpret, right?
If a review is glowing, they'll assign it like 100. If a review is like, I liked X, Y, and Z, but I didn't like this, they'll give it like a 70 and 80.
Okay.
If they're like, it was good, it was so, it's a 50. If they just shit all over it in the review and
give it
no
a-
redeeming qualities, it's like a 0.
Okay.
So they assign a score between like in 5-point increments. They're not so specific that it's like it's a 72. It's like 70, 75, 80, whatever. Anything over 70 is considered in the green and considered like a really well-reviewed movie.
I feel like that might be a fun job, is just like interpreting reviews. What do you guys think?
Seems very subjective.
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, I guess all reviews are subjective, right?
Of course. Yeah. There's a little bias, I'm sure, and there's yeah.
But if it turns out, I don't know, how do they score?
I feel like the interpretation of a review is maybe not subjective, but the review itself is always subjective.
Right. You're not reviewing. You're just saying, what did Roger think about this one?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if it lands around the IMDb Rotten Tomatoes stuff, then
Hopefully it's independent.
right? Like it should
but
all be
Yeah,
about the same,
right.
I would think. Right now you're like 70, right? 7.2.
So oftentimes we will get Metacritic being the lowest reviewed thing, right?
Okay.
Right.
It's just like
And that Metacritic usually takes like the top
50
reviewers
or whatever, yeah.
across the country like your Roger Eberts and
Right.
your Chicago Sun-Times.
Not
and
your Justin Woods.
New York Times,
Right.
like LA Times, like those kind of things. Variety Magazine, Hollywood Reporter takes like those reviews and counts them. Rotten Tomatoes is like Mike and Justin have a podcast, and here's what they thought. Like if they come across that,
I wish if my podcast,
So an everyman's review.
right, if our podcast ever gets used for a critic review,
You would
I've
be
made
so
it.
fucking
I've
happy.
made it.
Oh my
Anyway.
goodness. So what was the Metacritic?
Metacritic was 77.
So they were
right,
all
well reviewed.
right in line with the
That's
critics
that's
score.
in the green.
That is
That is
a
interesting.
well-reviewed horror, especially for this type of film. Metacritic sometimes they don't get it right,
Yeah, they don't
but
understand.
the critical consensus, everybody loved the aesthetics, the film scratches, the missing reels, the over-the-top gore.
I fucking hated it. I think like 30 seconds in, I was like, oh, I forgot this is what this was.
Some felt the joke. This is more with you. Wore thin, wore a little thin, right? But many considered it a loving and wildly entertaining homage to exploitation cinema.
The missing reel comes right at the best part. That's what you hated about it, Sarah, right?
Right.
Yeah,
She was
it
like,
was.
"Oh, I wanted
I
to
was.
see more of Rose."
I mean, if the kids wouldn't have been sitting with us, it would have been different.
right.
Kids were right there. We were like, cover your eyes, even though I know how to kiss like
They're
spookies.
Right.
16.
You know? This is an original film. This wasn't based on a novel or a comic book. Instead, it's just a love letter to 1970s exploitation cinema. Inspired by George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Atticus's favorite movie, right?
Atticus is
Oh, yeah, definitely.
absolute
He's mentioned that a
favorite.
number of times.
and Italian
He compares
splatter
everything
films.
to it. Italian spy films?
Splatter films.
splatter
Oh,
films.
wait.
Lucio
Oh, Giallo.
Fulci. I don't know who Lucio Fulci
Giallo.
is, but yeah, kind of like
Like
Giallo.
Pieces.
Yeah,
It's
like
Giallo.
I was
Pieces.
going to say, is that the one that you
Oh,
all
gosh,
did with
dude.
the crazy kung fu guy?
Yeah.
I love it.
Is
Yeah.
that your
Bad
favorite
Chop
one?
Suey.
I saw that once. Like, you did make me watch the
I
scene,
made her watch
which
the
was
one scene.
hilarious.
It was
I
hilarious.
think because it.
So
I think
long.
I made her see the gratuitous dick scene and
that too, yeah.
and the chop suey
Well,
scene.
they're all it's in
It's
the
all
same
the
like
same,
2
yeah,
It
minutes.
is
yeah.
the same 2 minutes.
right. So let's talk about the cast. You guys ready for that?
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Arguably, the lead of this film is Rose McGowan, aka Cherry Darling,
That's
aka
arguable?
Pala-
I was gonna say she is the lead.
Palomina. Obviously known for being in Scream, Jawbreaker, things like that.
And Charmed,
Charmed, the show that
the Aaron Spelling drama
yeah,
about three sisters.
but she was
But
not
she's
an
the
original
fourth sister
Charmed.
because she's a half sister. They're all
Right.
witches.
She came in when Shannon left, right?
I wasn't a huge fan of Shannon. I like
Ooh,
Rose.
R.I.P. Shannon, though.
Oh yeah. of
Didn't she
course.
die?
She did.
Okay.
yes.
We also, another lead, which Freddy Rodriguez, I'm a big fan of 6 Feet Under, so I recognized him from that. Did you recognize him from anything, Mike?
No, I'd heard he was in 6 Feet Under, but I really didn't recognize him until this. 6 Feet Under is one I hadn't watched, but
He played
I heard about it.
El Rey, the Wrecker, the mysterious wrecker that is good at everything. He is just awesome. Want to be, everything. Josh Brolin. Obviously, Josh Brolin later.
Been in our lives a long time
Yeah.
at this
I
point.
think we all know who he is.
We know
Yep.
him from the Goonies.
Yep.
Which, another one that Sarah hasn't seen. I have to rat her out on that
I
one.
had a weird upbringing. Weird upbringing.
And then later becomes huge. This is the same year that No Country for Old Men comes out. So this was a huge year for Josh Brolin.
Yep.
Okay.
Later becomes Thanos, Cable, lots of stuff.
Weapons.
Weapons.
This 2025 is a big year for him. Weapons and Running Man.
Yeah, good stuff. Big fan.
Always scary. He always is like a little scary and
he's
grumpy.
always got that you don't want to
He's
mess
got a
with
look.
look.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has a look about him.
Oh, and then what?
He,
Can't
in
tell him the
Planet Terror
jokes.
specifically, like he's just got dead
I
eyes the whole
know.
time.
And he was in that
wanna
Knives
like
Out
him,
movie we
but-
just watched too. That new Knives
Oh, yeah.
Out.
Oh,
film.
he was. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. He did a
It's just a little scary.
what was that show that we saw where there was a hole in the farmland that like led to a different? I don't know.
We watched like 2
We watched
episodes.
a few.
He
episodes.
played George Bush. Scary.
Oh, right.
Scary.
Strategery. All right, Mary Shelton. She's a horror staple. It says a horror staple. I don't want to,
Dakota.
Marley
Dr.
Shelton.
Dakota Block.
Right. She was Mrs. My Needles Are My Friends,
Yep.
but she was in the movie Valentine and she was in Scream 4. So,
And
she.
5.
And 5,
Who
right.
was she in those films?
I actually don't remember. I
She
don't know.
was,
her from much.
in 5, she was the sheriff. That was the mother
Oh, that's
of.
right. That's right. Yep.
Yep.
All
Very
right.
pretty. I mean, so was Rose.
Yeah,
but I thought she was really just
great. She was dressed
lovely
like
to watch on the screen.
most anesthesiologists dress.
Exactly.
Like that's what I was thinking. It's like you have a holster with your needles on it, and it's like tied to a garter, maybe
Weirdly
garter?
sexy.
I mean, not weirdly. Oops, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Stop it.
And Bruce Willis and Naveen Andrews. Anybody know Naveen Andrews? Lost, which was humongous at the time.
Everybody's in fucking Lost.
But it was
Everybody is in
humongous.
Lost.
He was a main
There's
character.
also another.
That's Abby,
There's
right?
someone else who's in Lost.
Really?
That's Abby. Yeah.
Yeah. And then no one else big to talk about, right, Mike? Wait.
Keep going.
Wait. Isn't there Michael Ben? Michael, how do you say it?
Michael Biehn.
Oh, yeah.
My guy.
That's
Sheriff?
Kyle Reese.
Yeah. Mike man crush on Michael Biehn, I think. Terminator, Aliens, good. Just
The Rock.
Who's
I
who?
will not give that order. Fucking love that guy.
a real who's who of action films. Yeah, great stuff. Obviously, we talked about
the Fahey guy.
Jeff Fahey,
Jeff Fahey.
Lawnmower
He's
Man.
in Lost, I'm pretty sure.
Did he do a Lost role? I don't
Pretty sure.
know if he made a Lost
I'm gonna
role,
look
but
it
like
up.
he was in Lawnmower Man. He was in a lot of stuff in the 90s.
Stacey Ferguson. She was in Lost.
Who's Stacey? Which one's Stacey Ferguson?
Fergie.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if she
No,
was
she
in
wasn't
Lost.
in Lost.
No.
Ferg-
That was
Fergalicious.
Fergie, but she did come on the screen. I was like, is that Fergie?
Yep.
You got me
It was.
tripping, stumbling. How's it go?
Fergalicious.
Yeah,
She looked Fergalicious. I'm not gonna lie.
she looked
Did.
all right.
I agree.
It
She's
was
going
a
out there
shame.
saving lives.
Yeah, you could say that. Or how'd you know? What would she say? Okay.
How did you
I
know
forgot
that?
about Fergie. Sorry about that, Fergie. Oh, other fun people that was in there was
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini. We've mentioned Tom Savini.
Deputy Tolo,
A
which is
billion
Portuguese
times.
for fool.
Oh.
Fun
I
fact.
expected it from those deputies, but not you, Tolo.
Michael Biehn calls him dumbass twice in this movie.
Not enough time. Not enough times.
No. All the zombies are out. He kills like the one innocent person trying to leave the hospital.
I think there was an MMA guy. Who was the MMA guy that was a soldier that was with Tarantino in that one scene?
Oh, I don't
remember
I don't know
either.
many MMA guys.
Okay. But anyway, so that's the main. Did I leave anybody out?
No, I think you got the main ones.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, we'll
All right.
we'll get
So,
there.
believe it or not, this movie had a plot. It had a story. Let me tell you in a 30-second rundown of what this story was. A toxic biochemical gas is unleashed in a small town in Texas, turning residents into grotesque, flesh-eating mutants. A go-go dancer named Cherry Darling teams up with her mysterious ex-boyfriend El Rey and a ragtag group of survivors to fight their way through the infected town, culminating in Cherry replacing her amputated leg with a machine gun and mowing down hordes of
Amputated.
monsters.
We're using that term loosely.
Well, okay, so
Chewed off by zombies.
it was ripped off by zombies and
But then they
then
clearly,
amputated
yeah.
a little higher up, right? And put like a little plug in there just in case, you know? I like it.
You had to.
All right, so the first third of the movie starts with Rose dancing. She is given her best. She may be the best go-go dancer in the country.
Best
right?
I've ever seen.
I mean, she looked good.
She
looked good.
She did look very good, and it was an important start to the movie. Set the tone as far as kind of like a sleaze, right? Like feels grimy, right?
Should we mention she is engaged to Robert Rodriguez at this time?
We married or engaged? Was she engaged?
No,
Okay.
they were never married. Yeah.
Okay, so
He
she
had
was engaged.
just split from his wife. His long time. Like, yeah.
We can,
All questionable
The
to
fun
me,
thing
but,
about
like-
this podcast is we can do whatever we want. It's ours. So if we want to talk about the Weinstein thing, we can. I don't really want to.
I mean,
but
it's dark.
It's dark.
So Rose McGowan,
But, I
later
mean-
on became the face of the Me Too movement. One of the first.
One
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean, I would
first,
say
yeah,
that
one
she
of the
was probably the
first.
most prominent figure in the Me
And
Too.
it's weird that this is a Weinstein
It is.
production.
But it was kind of the way it was pitched to Rose was this will be a giant FU to Harvey, right? Like this, you're going to fund this movie that's going to have you front and center after you've been talking, all this stuff about Harvey, and it's an FU and there's nothing.
Right, but this
you
was
can do.
before she was talking all the stuff about her, like publicly. Like
Right,
maybe in
you're right.
inner circles they
You're
were
right.
talking about it, but it wasn't like this was
I think
out.
it was well
Yeah.
known that they reached an agreement, a settlement. I think in the industry, wasn't it?
At that time,
Maybe not.
I don't.
I'm sure there
think
was
so.
non-disclosures and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it was well known.
later on it came out. I
Yes.
mean, that she was one of 8 or 9 that claimed that he
It gives it an ick feeling
them.
that I don't want to think about, to be honest with you. Like,
Right.
it's hard to watch any Weinstein movie at this point. Like, I don't want to.
It does suck. We talk about it every
especially
time.
because some of our favorite movies, I'll be watching, like throw something on, and then the title card you see like produced by
like, fuck that
Weinstein,
guy.
you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It does suck.
I mean, it's hard. And then, honestly, her trajectory is hard for me. And
What's weird is Mike is a big apologist for Harvey Weinstein. He's always
I have
afraid-
listened,
afraid
and I'm
not.
going to say I am very proud of the three of you because I think you're all very, like, none of this isn't right.
Harvey's a shitbag.
Yeah, very much so. And I want to say what sucks even worse is I think that Rose McGowan has not been a Hollywood figure for about 7 or 8 years now.
Oh,
One of the
Easily.
last things she did was a documentary about, not about like Weinstein and all that stuff, but a documentary about like her struggles. And I think a lot of people were like, you're a big time Hollywood actress. You're doing fine. Like, stop with the self-loathing, self-pity
Right.
shit.
Right.
It wasn't well received. And she has not really been in Hollywood since.
Sadly,
I mean, I don't blame her.
Like,
Yeah.
if that's
Like,
her choice, if that's her choice, I don't blame her.
great,
But if she's
it's
not getting roles
right.
because people are like, hey, stop crying about
Getting
that.
raped.
Yeah, that's
Or-
fucked up.
or she's a problem to work with, right? That's what the fear was at the time for speaking out, was like, you don't want to be known as a problem or making waves, right? So that's
Right.
So it's, at one point Sarah did say while we're watching this, was it's almost heartbreaking to see how beautiful she was on screen during this, because she had a major car accident later in life and major reconstructive surgery, and so it's a weird
Yeah, I mean, that has nothing to do, obviously, with the Weinstein stuff. But,
Right.
like, just generally speaking.
Yeah,
Like,
what
and
she's been
And I
through.
enjoyed her in Charmed, and I enjoyed her in this. Like, honestly, like, she was...
killed it.
And
She
she has...
killed it.
I love... There's something about her voice, that kind of lower...
whoa,
I love it.
Thirsty Sarah moment.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
So now let's objectify her.
Let's do it. Let's
She
do
looked
it.
better in Scream or in Death Proof? Thoughts?
No comment.
What was with those hard nipples in Scream?
I mean,
Whatever.
I don't know what you're talking
remember
about.
that. I didn't watch it.
I don't know what you're talking
All
about.
I
Mike.
remember is her getting, like, caught up in the garage
Right.
door.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Sorry.
Real ones know.
Was
Anyway.
she Stu's girlfriend?
Yes.
Yeah, she was Stu's girlfriend.
Tatum.
You know who Stu is, right?
Yes. Yeah. Matthew Lillard.
Right.
Come on.
All right. So she's a go-go dancer, but you can tell she doesn't want to be a go-go dancer.
Because she's crying.
She is conflicted. Yeah, what is all this crying shit? It's called go-go dancing, not cry dancing.
Right.
That's a funny line. I liked it. Okay, so
Go,
she
not cry.
she
And they
threatens
use it later.
she threatens to quit every shift, but this time it's for real, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Here's my finger.
Okay.
Here's my paper.
Here's my paper. I thought she would have taken the whole wad of cash from him, but
know.
I was like, there's still cash left in there. All right, so she becomes the mover of the story here. She starts walking along the road, and which leads us to our next setup, really, which is she's kind of rushed off the road by a military convoy going to a base that just says military base.
Military base.
Love it, right?
Yep.
All right. So at the military base, what do we got? We have people coming to collect a product,
Yeah. There's some busted open
Something.
cages.
Right.
something. There's some
Yeah.
busted
Something's
cages,
escaped.
some samples.
Which, do we ever know what escaped?
Zombies, I guess.
I'm
Well,
guessing.
right, but I mean,
yeah.
like, they never show the actual, like, this is
You're
what
right.
escaped.
They play loose and fast.
They do.
Fast and loose, if you will.
Yeah, don't ask too many questions about this one.
This
Lots of questions.
Everybody, it's not important to the movie, but it's important for me to talk about. Naveen, or Abby, carries around a sealed container of testicles. Guys,
This is when I looked at Justin. I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?
how
Can I decline this offer?"
I mean, I only
Invitation.
have like a few testicles, and they're not like in a sealed container. And it's like formaldehyde. You think? What do you think they're?
I mean, it
What
has
do
to
you
be
think?
formaldehyde, right?
Something to keep it
Like,
from-
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
I told Sarah, I think maybe those were crucial to the cure that he was trying to develop.
And I
And
think
Sarah-
it's just a weird kink.
What do you think, Mike?
I think it's a medallion of sorts. It's like, hey, like, see that you want your balls in here? Then you better fucking listen and follow my orders.
He has multiple.
It's a weird kink.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Those testicles may come in handy later. So he has multiple devices to cut off testicles. Also not important, but it has
So,
to
like,
be
where
talked
can I
about.
get that?
What?
I don't know.
Nowhere around here. They don't sell them around here.
Yeah, you guys are done having kids.
He had like a knife that he was going to use, and then he had like this
yank,
weird
clamp, whatever.
tri-scissor thing, didn't he? Like,
Yeah, there was some.
I was like, there's
some
no
weird
way.
Tools.
I was like, they're going to show the testicles in the jar, but they're not going to cut them off. But
They did.
they do.
Yeah, you forgot what movie you were watching for a minute.
You forgot. But yeah, okay, so that really had nothing to do with anything. There's a showdown, and then we figure out there's more involved. That the military, there's a group of soldiers that are sucking on something. Well, different podcast. I know. It's a gas, and it's running down to zero, which means they're almost out of something that they need to live.
Well, what they're breathing to.
Right.
Yeah.
It's DC-2. DC-2, which there's a supply under the military base that's almost infinite, right? So they need it all. There we go.
Yep.
It explodes. It immediately affects the people around them, turns them into gross figures, but not the soldiers. They actually walk to it to get better.
The mask they're wearing prevent them from.
Yeah. They don't tell us why. But later on, they do tell us that extreme exposure to this keeps the symptoms at bay. Yeah, it makes sense to me, right?
Sure.
No, you're right.
Did not.
But this gas is now out there in the night.
It is airborne.
Yep.
And much like Return of the Living Dead, it's going to start affecting things, right?
Yep.
So, okay, that's one scene. We've got, you guys can jump in and help me on the orders of it, but it's not really important. Cherry ends up making it to the barbecue joint, and then we also have Fergie. We meet Fergie, who's a mystery, right? Do we know at that time that she's going to save Dr. Block?
No,
we
but
don't.
but before that,
Abby's driving away from the base, they pan down from the overpass down to the Bone Shack.
The Bone Shack.
And great name for a barbecue place.
What's a better name?
Or the town brothel, whatever.
What's a better name, Titty Twister or Bone Shack?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's the bar. That's the bar in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I know. We just had this discussion.
Probably the Bone Shack.
I mean, before we see Fergie, though, we've
see
already
Dr.
seen the tech. We've seen
Dr.
the
Block.
two doctors,
Okay.
right? Block. And
No, not yet.
Yeah, but no,
Because
she's
around
it says Abby's leaving the base that
so we don't know that
the
that's who she
camera
was
pans
texting
down
yet.
and the car is like overheating, pulling
Yeah,
in.
we're saving
I am
lives.
not going to be good at the scene by scene, guys.
It's fine. It's
Hey,
fine.
neither's
Yeah.
Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
Nah, it's so her car's overheating and she knows how to what to do, and JT brings her some water, and
Can I start?
now that's a rump roast and that joke, and then
And that's
she
a
drives
rump
off.
roast, a Fergalicious rump roast.
So she drives off, and then I think that's when we get to
The doctor.
the doctor's waking up to the
communicating
alarm clock.
surreptitiously with someone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they wake up at 8:00 at night for their night shift. She looks out the window and sees the green fog in front of the moonlight. Yeah. And
Good setup.
then she's getting breakfast ready for their son. He's eating cereal at 8:00 at night. This part felt like a Tarantino thing to me.
Breakfast for dinner, you know?
Tarantino puts cereal in a lot of his scenes and movies.
And feet.
He's famous for doing
He loves feet.
He loves feet. He's famous for having people do like nighttime shit in the day. Like in Pulp Fiction, they're like eating cheeseburgers at like 7:30 in the morning.
If it was on the menu, I would eat cheeseburgers.
When they call the wolf, it's like 8:30 in the morning. But like they call him and he answers, and he's like at a black tie, black dress party with like cocktails going on. It's like it's 8:30 in the morning. Like,
As I told Sarah while watching
nighttime
this
shit
movie,
in the day, and that's what they're doing here.
As I told Sarah while watching this movie, I said, "Don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
You don't want to know
Right.
because there's no answer. They're unanswerable."
Yeah.
I do want to say that, like, you don't put water in radiators. I just
You
do want
don't.
to say. I mean, you do in a
You
pinch.
do it in a pinch.
In a pinch.
But not on a regular,
like,
consistent basis.
Like the fact that she says it's leaking water, I'm like, that's because it's not supposed to be water in there, right? Anyway, so fun stuff there. All right, so then we see that she's looking to escape her husband. We assume that he's a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we meet the two doctors. We don't know they're doctors yet, but they do both show up at the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we see,
She says goodbye, Bill.
says goodbye.
Don't you mean see you later?
Yeah.
Sure. Like
Sure.
she is ready to be
and
gone.
like what's fun is they don't like bog us down with a shitload of like just like mundane or tedious like hospital stuff. Right away they're like, I gotta show you something, and it's the dude that I've seen in a million things. I couldn't tell you his name. The guy with the arm
Right.
hole in his arm, basically. It's like this thing spreading.
And the weird tongue
Oh, wait.
that
Yes.
explodes.
Why is Brolin's assistant or the other doctor sitting there just Googling pictures of like fucked up
I know, right?
dicks
Dicks?
and asses and like
It's the best.
gangrene
Well, like,
and
I
whatever?
think it's like, right. Nobody would be doing that, but it's funny because like this is on par with the grossest things he's seen, right?
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to get from there, right? So it's
Yeah.
spreading.
And then he checks his tongue and they're both like,
Oh, he sticks his tongue out. It is disgusting. One guy, a homie that's looking at the dicks and balls and stuff, is like, oh, he like laughs almost about it.
black
And then-
abscess tongue.
And then Brolin decides to squeeze it, which really sets the tone for what we're.
I'm sorry.
What we're
Have
doing
they
here,
never
yes.
seen a zombie movie? You get the fuck out of there. Go.
Horror, except for Scream, I guess horror movies don't exist in horror movies because they never know what to do.
Yeah, don't be meta. Yeah, but like I do love the screen meta.
I do
right?
love the scream meta, yeah.
So yeah, squeezes it and like just like jelly squishes out on his eyeball, right? Which in theory should have infected him there, right? But
Yes.
we'll talk about that later.
I was very annoyed it didn't.
All right, so they're like, okay, we're gonna have to chop off this arm, right? Basically, and shit's hitting the fan, all that stuff. All right, so lots of stuff happens after that, right? Like I don't want to go scene by scene here, but I want to get to the point where Rose reconnects with Ray, or not Rose, Cherry reconnects with Ray. She convinces him to give her a ride after her famous line about wanting to be a stand-up comedian, which all the research like that I was doing was pitching that as the craziest, funniest thing. I'm like, it's okay.
It's not that funny.
I mean, it's funnier later. It's funnier later when she has a table leg for a leg and she wants to be a stand-up comedian. That's hilarious. But like just the idea of a go-go dancer wasn't that funny. All right, so he gives this epic speech about all the deer and stuff, and the real way to avoid getting damaged you don't slam on your brakes, you don't swerve for nothing. Cue. What do we cue then, guys?
a zombie.
Zombie.
He swerves
what does he do?
and slams on his brakes.
Swerves. They flip over on their back. I don't know how they got it unflipped, but that's a question for later, too. You said you're not supposed to swerve, says Cherry. That wasn't a deer. Okay, then we get Cherry ripped out of the car. He opens the back of his truck, which has an arsenal that is like impressive.
Pretty impressive.
It's impressive, right?
Yeah.
He's not your average tow truck driver.
There's so much mystery behind El Ray. Which, do we call him Ray or El Ray? Because the Ray, what are we doing
I think
here?
they're calling him Ray,
Right.
and then later in the movie, they're like, wait, you're El Ray?
Like we're supposed to know. They never tell us.
Right.
Oh.
And then that's supposed to mean he's this super special forces something or another.
So I think Atticus at the time was like, wait, I thought she was the lead character. She gonna die? He forgot to, the most important part of the lead character image was that she has not two legs, but one leg and something else. Right.
It's the only thing I really
That's what you remembered from it, right?
From the movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes to try to save her, leg ripped off, and they ran off into the night with it. So far, how are we doing, guys?
Good.
That is kind of what what ChatGPT says is the end of Act 1.
So
Leg gets ripped off.
You used AI.
To outline the acts, yeah. Just so I can have
I know. I say that too.
Don't tell Apollo.
Okay.
We need to be an anti-AI.
We
We
podcast.
should
need
be.
to be anti-AI.
I mean Chad GPT. His name's Chad.
Chad Gippet, my
Chad
buddy.
Gippet,
Chad
my
Gippet.
buddy.
No, I like some of the stuff at
Let's
JT's
hear it.
when Ray gets there, and just some of the banter where he gets a coffee and cigarettes, and he says, "Hey, Frida's on the house. It's our 25th anniversary," and then talks about, or he goes over, he's like, no one's buying any food or what, or says he makes a comment about the food, but he's like, yeah, don't choke on all that food you ordered.
Because he had a coffee. Like
Yeah.
one cup.
And then what else is there? He's talking to Cherry. What does he say? He calls her Palomita.
Alameda.
And which is Spanish for little dove. And later in the movie, they roll up his sleeve, and there's a little dove tattoo on his wrist.
And she has a dove tattoo, I think, too.
Does she?
I think so.
2 against the world,
I
baby.
think so.
know that.
I thought I saw a dove tattoo on her, too.
Oh.
I also noticed that Josh Brolin wears a diamond horseshoe ring on one of his hands.
Okay.
Which is like one of those like Elvis rings, like horseshoe rings. And another Quentin Tarantino staple. So, you can just tell his hands are all over this
All
too.
over it, yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
Dick's all over it later.
Oh, whoa.
All right, moving on.
As far as that first act go, I mean, obviously the boils on the tongue, the pus boils, and the arm getting, or the leg getting ripped off are pretty much, in my mind, the most memorable, right, parts of it?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So, quickly, we're jumping. We're rushing to the hospital. That's kind of, right now, that is the convergence point for everybody, right? So we're rushing Cherry to the hospital. Well, except for Michael Biehn is, what's his name in this one?
Sergeant Haig.
Sergeant Haig.
I believe Sergeant Haig.
Besides, El Rey's up to no good. What are you doing with these?
Oh, this is it's my favorite line in the movie. He's like, you got a girl with a missing leg that's now missing. Just the way that it's a missing leg that's also missing is just
right.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
My favorite line is
it's
coming up soon, very soon in this one. But so it's converging.
Ray's like, can we have this discussion somewhere else? He's like, my thoughts exactly, and cuffs him and takes him down.
Takes him away.
Yeah.
What are you doing with rifle?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you like?
I know nothing is explained.
Yeah, there's.
Like, is he
but
not
you're supposed to know
gun?
they've ran into each other a few times.
Oh, sure, I got that.
He's a convict,
I'm not
probably.
an idiot.
So yes.
Okay, Sarah gave me a death stare though for the viewers, the listeners, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so poor Cherry will probably never be a stand-up comedian because she can't stand up anymore, one leg. But obviously there's other shit that's happening at the same time.
Bill Cosby was a sit-down comedian.
Ooh.
Just saying, you can sit down during your shows.
Yikes! Oh, I forgot to mention before they were going to amputate this guy's arm, the other doctor, the wife, comes in with her needles. Right? This friend is to take the sting off of things. This is to make you not feel anything, and this one so you never see me again, or something along those lines. Right? Kind of well delivered. It was fun. It
was pretty sexy.
It was fun. Yeah. So she gone. Anyway, let's keep going on this in the hospital scene a little bit here.
Is this where they wheel Fergie?
This is where and my favorite line of the entire movie comes in. We got ourselves a no-brainer here. And it shows an empty skull with no brain in it.
Somebody ice cream scooped that
It's
shit
the best. Like, hats off, no notes on that joke. It was perfect.
Yeah. And I think Brolin, Dr. William Block, or Bill Block.
Mr. Chewing on he's chewing glass
on a
thermometer.
But I think he knows who it is, so he takes her phone out of her pocket.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, which moves the plot along a little bit. And here he goes and he calls in his wife. His wife sees. We know. I think the audience knows that that's who she was waiting for to come save the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then Brolin.
Could you blame her?
Brolin. Given the choice of Brolin
Fergie, man.
So, what's your thoughts? Brolin or Fergie here, babe?
I mean, it depends on what you. I mean, I like the dick. So I'm gonna go Brolin.
Wow.
But if I like the ladies, obviously I go.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, if it was an F, marry, kill, you'd probably, marry Brolin then.
Let's not do this. Let's not make it weird.
Anyway,
it's already going to be weird.
So he grabbed her phone, which was a cool slide texting phone, those were kind of big at the time.
They were.
The slide in
I had
2007.
to remind myself of that though as we're watching. I'm like, what's this shit?
Or it was a two-way pager. I don't know if it was. They had their.
It was a phone.
Okay.
She was
like a
texting
phone,
all
yeah.
that. They had that one phone that the thing slid up and had like the keyboard with two things you could type on it.
But also weirdly, in like 2000.
A sidekick, I think it's called.
There were like these just two-way pagers you could get. Like you couldn't make calls on them. You could just text with them, which I think they kind of merged into phones in general. Anyway, so he was playing.
Remember Nextels?
I do.
That
They had
shit
the
was
walkie-talkie
annoying.
on them. I always wanted one for no reason at all. Like I had it's not like I was working on a phone pole or something and somebody had to walkie-talkie me, but I was always jealous. Like, I was jealous. Don't worry.
So weird.
I want to be unreachable,
That's true.
I don't have an Apple Watch.
You can't anymore, man. You just can't. Like if I go golfing, I can say, there's 4 hours where it'll be in my bag or whatever. But
I like to just
check
be able
it.
like, oh, my phone was on the charger in the other room.
Yeah, life was easier when you were just, don't have to wait. Anyway, so he was playing it cool. He comforted her. I didn't know you guys still talked. Yada yada yada.
He was not.
He was playing it cool. Yeah, he
the
hugged her.
fuck he was.
At first, he hugged her. He
No,
hugged her
he
from
was
behind.
scary.
Oh no, he was playing it like
Okay,
cool.
I don't know that
I think
Josh
he's playing it
Brolin
cool.
knows how to like play it cool because he seemed
Josh, you play it cool all the time.
I think he seemed pretty pissed already.
Oh, we knew he was upset because he bit through
I
that
think
thermometer.
she knew he was upset. She knew he was upset. Keep going.
So, but like,
We can
okay.
agree to disagree.
He was letting her. He was giving her enough rope to hang herself with, right? Basically, and then he busted out that he knows, right? He knows. He's like, let me see the last 3 texts on your phone, which is a weird number, you know. But he compares them both, and you know,
He knew, babe. I've been in those situations where someone's trying to trick you into.
Right. He knew she
Making you
knew,
think
or
that-
she knew he knew, or whatever. And started to get scared because obviously there's some trouble in paradise. There's a little trouble at home. So she was scared. And then a fun scene, which kind of sets up another plot point here, is he starts jabbing her with her friends, right? He starts jabbing her with her friends, which adds to a crazy comedic prop that goes on later in the movie.
It goes on too long. I
Oh,
can't
no,
imagine.
it doesn't.
I don't.
It does not. It could go on for another 10
I really
minutes.
wanted to look up how long does this last.
Well, we don't know what her friends are, right?
Well, we know it has something to do with
Anesthetic,
anesthesiology, right?
Right. Right. So then she can't move her hands, and he's about to give her the third one in like a lethal dose, I imagine. But he's interrupted by more madness. Right?
Doc.
Yeah.
That weird looking dude.
That EMT or whatever he was hilarious, right?
He was good.
Doc.
He was funny.
And Brolin's like, what?
You got to see this or something. What was it? What did he?
It was like 3 beds that looked like they had the zombies
They
in
got
it.
it right.
And they're like, well, they didn't get up and walk away. And then the camera pans down. You just see bloody footsteps
Yeah.
walking down the hall.
And this is where we know
And they
they're
certainly got up and
zombies.
walked away.
Sarah and I had a short debate, a very short debate on if this was a zombie film. Because, like, in my mind, a zombie is dead and comes back to life, right? And that was not necessary in this movie. Like, so the DC-2 turned you into, like, this creature, but also
these 3
reanimated these
individuals were DOA, and then they obviously got up and walked away.
that's why it was a short debate, guys.
It was a very short debate.
Yep.
Zombie movie, stamp.
I owned him.
Oh, she straight up owned me, guys. Anything else so far about the needles or anything, Mike?
So that we have not gotten yet to the guy's going to cut off the arm of the one patient.
That happens after they see
Right, because
yeah.
he says something to Brolin, but he's going to go after
Check on his wife, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're good there. I think they've also had the shit start going down at the police station. Has that started yet? But that's really just like shit starts going down. There's nothing
there.
happens that's worth mentioning. Like it's
Right.
I think Savini walks in because one of the something bit his finger off.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's the funny bit with the ring.
And
Okay.
Michael Biehn is talking to JT on the phone, and we learn that JT is really his brother. And he's asking about the business, and he'd be like, "Be fine if the landlord stopped raising the rent." And then you figure out that he's also his landlord.
yeah.
I like the phone. JT's got that hot dog phone. If we actually had phones in our houses,
JT was a lot of fun.
love to
JT
have a
was
hot
fun.
dog phone in the kitchen.
He's probably one of my favorite characters.
JT. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was funny.
All right. Anything else on that bit? So this still brings us up to, like, I'm going to measure it by where Rose is at the time. Okay. So shit goes down at the police station. As you mentioned, we don't have Tom Savini. What's his Vertolo? You said Tola.
Deputy Tolo.
Mike has a thing about, like, we should really try to call them by their character names.
Yeah,
So,
I've
like,
been messing
I
that
fail
up.
so many times.
I keep being like Brolin instead of like Dr. Block. Like,
It's not Josh. Yeah, it's not
you
Josh
know,
Brolin walking
it's
around.
tough to do.
It is tough.
Sometimes the actor's name is easier to say than the character name, or
Especially when there's someone you know.
Especially when
you've
you know
seen it a
them.
lot.
Did I'm gonna hint at some dumbest character stuff a little later, but this ring gag. What do we think of the ring gag here?
yeah, it's forgettable. It's whatever.
He's trying to put it back
Oh, I
on.
thought that's not how we measure dumbest character, but we'll get there.
We can measure it however you want. There's no rules here.
There's one answer for dumbest character when we get there. by the
one
way,
answer. I don't know.
By
if
the
there's-
way, there
I
is
don't know if
one
there's
answer.
one
I don't know.
answer.
I don't know. Okay.
Is it Fergie?
We'll get there. There's
We'll
one
debate.
answer.
We'll debate.
Mayhem. And basically, like, Michael Biehn, sheriff, decides to not chase after Ray, who's going to go check on his wife, or their not former girlfriend. Palamita.
Palamita.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Goes in there, and at this point, he's like slicing and dicing people. That's a cool scene, right? He's like, runs up a wall at one point.
Yep.
That's where
He's like, "Can I have a gun?"
okay.
And he's like, "Can I have a gun?" And Bean's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And so he pulls out the 2 butterfly knives out of the glove box instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Goes in there, slices and dices, finds his way to Cherry / Pal. Do we want to call her Cherry or Palamita?
Cherry. It's
Okay.
easier.
Palamita's a pet name.
Yeah.
Cherry. She's Cherry. Cherry Darling.
Okay. Cherry Darling, which is, totally real name.
Very Mary Poppins.
She's boo-hooing her, like, she is like wrapped up in a sheet, basically. So she looks dead, right? So he comes in and like, let's go. We got to go. I'll never be a stand-up comedian. Boo-hoo. My life is shit. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, shut up. Throws a leg.
Oh, he is like, "Stop crying over spilled milk."
Right.
And it's like her leg is missing. Spilled milk. Jesus.
She needs to come to terms with that.
Right. She lost a
She's
leg.
like,
She's
she
in
even says,
shock.
she's like, "Motherfucker, my leg is gone."
You want a leg? I'll give you a leg. And he breaks a table leg and just slams it on there, which
Slams it on
would
the
not
stump.
work.
And it seems very painful the way he like.
And
Yeah.
it's too
that,
long.
That
too.
stump was a blunt end, and it's also a blunt end as the table leg.
Right.
And I'm like, I didn't.
That's good.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
Right.
But it
Right.
worked.
Enjoy it.
And created one of the funniest gags. Like the no-brainer in my head was like the best. But then her stumbling around on a table leg,
Yeah.
comic gold right
Good,
there.
good stuff.
Good stuff.
And then that's where we also get Brolin, probably the grossest, one of the grossest
Oh
scenes.
yeah.
Where
Cook,
the
go for
the zombie comes and comes at him with the saw
saw,
that they
yeah.
were gonna amputate his arm with, and then it's just gets his glasses, cuts the glasses, but then the cord comes out so it doesn't cut into his face. So the zombie just grabs the abscesses off his face and then just rubs it all over Brolin.
Jelly
Gosh,
donut.
yeah, it was
Jelly donut squished on
Dude,
his
run!
face.
Why are you standing there and letting that happen?
I don't think he could.
No, I know. He's probably just in so much shock, like, what the fuck
It's
is
important
going on?
to say that,
But
like, the zombies
was so gross. Like, I mean, you could feel it. It's in your mouth, it's in your eyeball, it's in your nose. You can
Yeah, it
just
was
feel
nasty.
it. It's gross. It's so gross. Like, there's a scene where, like, a helicopter chops up, like, 30 bodies. Like, this was grosser than that because it's just like,
Oh, it's the most visceral. Yeah, it's the
you
most.
feel it.
Yeah.
I taste it. Yeah, it's gross.
Taste
I love
What
it.
are you tasting? What are you putting in your mouth, Mike?
No, I'm just saying the way it's shot and the way it looks, it's just like,
It's
oh,
great.
man.
It is makes you
good.
feel exactly like it did exactly what it was trying to do. It was trying to make you squirm right off your seat, right?
Yep. Hell breaks loose at the hospital. That's when Josh Brolin, Dr. Block's wife, Dakota Block, she leaves the hospital. She goes to get in her car.
She can't.
But she is sort of half.
She's half
Can't feel
handicapped.
anything because of the needles.
The hands.
One
They're
of
just floppy
okay.
hands.
I laughed out
Floppy
loud.
hands.
Oh, I knew what was going to happen if she put her hand in the
I
door
know, it's
handle.
awful.
She put it in there. Her heel broke. She broke her wrist, and it was for some reason hilarious.
It was
I
awful.
don't know why. Or it
Yeah.
was like
It was
one of those oh shit laughs. You know that
Yeah,
kind of thing, right?
basically. Yep.
Gets in the car, uses her watch as a gear shift kind of thing, and
Puts
just,
the teeth in puts the key in the ignition with her teeth.
yeah. She's she's good. She's
Resourceful.
resourceful.
10 years later, you got push button start. She just hit it with her nose. Good. But no, this was. She got one of those classic cars. I don't know what
Yeah.
car they used for this, but it was
can't
definitely a
believe
Cadillac.
classic.
It was a Cadillac.
It was a Cadillac?
Yeah, it was a big Cadillac.
Yeah.
Her mission is to get her kid and get out of Dodge, right?
Yep.
Which is what should be her mission.
Right, that's her mission, right? The baby, we have the weirdest, most aggressive babysitters I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
They're
Like
credited
bitch,
as the crazy babysitter twins. When they're giving like all the other actors like names
Right.
in the opening credits, they list the crazy babysitter twins.
they say, "Bitch,
But
we
they-
can't be
these
watching
are-
your kid all night."
I believe these are Robert Rodriguez's nieces.
Okay, that seems
And they
good.
are actual twins.
Yeah. And one of them's like a stunt double too. Like one of them's like a stunt person
Hmm.
too. But like yeah, they're super aggressive and she kicks them out.
That
literally.
is my second favorite line is like, we got shit to do. And then she's just like, then go do it. And like kicks him in the ass.
Kicks him out.
Get out the door.
Scoops them up. He needs to gather. He's like freaking Noah. He needs to gather every animal on the planet,
Yeah.
put it in the thing, and carry it along. But they are living together.
Tony, the child, is one of his sons. Robert Rodriguez's sons.
Oh, that's
Tony.
weird. Knowing what happens next, that is weird.
Yeah.
It is a little weird.
The most controversial scene in the movie, but one of the weirdest laugh out loud moments in the theater.
Is it a laugh out loud?
In the movie theater, it was a
Was
laugh
it?
out loud
I
moment.
mean, it
because like we all knew it was coming. You don't give your kid a gun. We're jumping
Right.
everywhere here, but Tony.
Yeah. Well, once the
basically-
babysitters leave and then they get going, they kind of attack the car. Where you going, bitch? Like,
Yeah, they drive
anyway, and then they drive off. The one face plants off the back of the
Yeah.
car.
To
That
see
was- that
Daddy.
was
But yet
solid.
it's still alive at the
She's
when
fine.
they're escaping.
She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we get to the,
she drives to
back-
Dad's house or wherever she's going, right?
Yeah, and before we get to that, I think we get the deputies and Ray and all those guys make it to JT's,
Mm-hmm.
and they pull out Michael Bihn's, like, what's it called? Like what's the box called? The red box.
Oh yeah, deputizing. Yeah.
The anything goes.
If all
box,
else fails,
if all
or
else
whatever,
fails box,
right.
whatever. And it's like he gives all these badges out.
You're all
my
deputies,
deputies now, except for Ray.
The one that I know
the one
can
who's
handle
probably
themselves.
most capable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go up, and then it's like you wonder if JT's dead because they go in. He's like, something's wrong. JT always
Yeah.
greets. And
Right.
they go in. He's laying behind the bar
With intestines
with
or
looks like blood and intestines, and Rusty the dog's eating it. But then he sits up and cocks the shotgun, and it's just sausages all
So I must have passed out after I killed these two.
And Ray takes a bite. He's like, "Damn good sausage, JT."
That was my
like
favorite.
that part?
Yeah.
Best in
Okay.
Texas.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay. Nice. Jeff, he did it for you in this one. Like
He did.
what
I think
you?
he
Okay.
did. Yeah, he was pretty
Brought
funny.
something to you.
Weirdly sexy for some reason. I don't know if it's the mustache or
You just like when he tells the zombies, "You gonna look, or you gonna eat?"
I did think that was pretty funny because they were just standing out there weirdly.
She said that to you before, hadn't she?
Maybe,
night,
maybe,
every
they
night,
did,
baby.
maybe today. No.
Definitely yesterday.
Oh wow,
It was
wow.
Valentine's Day. You gotta do the special stuff.
Anyway, you gotta stretch and stuff. It's
You
crazy.
gonna look? or you gonna eat?
Anyway, Mike. Yeah, real jokes.
It is
here.
that podcast, guys.
It
Sorry,
is.
we are that podcast.
All right, so back to Dr. Block because I want to talk about this a little bit, and I feel bad, but this is the part that makes Charlie basically gave us his blessing on doing this without him because the scene. And I feel like I get it because it was 2007. I didn't have kids yet. I didn't have kids yet, so I think I was allowed to laugh at the absurdity of it and the foreshadowing of it. But Charlie had kids by then. Yeah, it hits different, right?
Yeah.
Mike, did you laugh in the movie theater or not when you heard the gunshot?
No. Definitely
liar.
did not laugh.
You liar.
No, I did not laugh.
Fine, I'm a weirdo.
Mike's always been a good man. He was good with our babies when they were little and he didn't have any kids.
It was tragic. I apologize. I did not laugh.
So,
I would never laugh at such a thing.
So yeah, Dakota, they go to her dad's house, and she leaves her son in the car and is like, "Open the glove box," and in there is a gun. And says, like, if anybody comes up to you, shoot them in the head.
What if it's
just
daddy?
like your video games? Well, what if it's dad? Especially if it's your dad.
Yeah.
And then she goes go into the house.
Here's why it was fun.
And then there's a gunshot from inside the car. She turns around, comes back.
It's Tony.
His face
Here's
is
why it was
bloody.
funny because she looked in again and saw that he was pointing at his head. Like at that point, like what's
the
coming.
fucking gun.
Right? You take the gun. Like
the
we
gun.
can't trust you with this.
Take the kid inside.
Take
It's
the
your
kid inside,
grandpa.
yeah.
It's your fucking grandpa.
Oh, is that the dumbest character?
Well,
Is
that's
that what-
That's my dumbest
Yes,
character.
that is my dumbest character. Number one with a bullet, no
Yeah,
pun intended. She
dumbest
is the
character.
dumbest character.
She is the dumbest fucking character.
There is no other answer. I will not
Right.
listen to any other answer. You are incorrect if you give another answer.
I'm just glad
she
were on
is
same
the
page.
dumbest character.
All right, maybe.
Like, and then once he shoots himself in the head, she goes back to the car and picks him up and carries him to the
Right.
house. That's what you should have done while he was alive.
Right.
You stupid
You
bitch.
dumb bitch.
She's in shock. Okay, guys, she's in shock.
And then I think then we realize that it is her dad's house when he's like, "I told you never to come here,"
Right.
and she's like, "Daddy," and then he's like, "All right, get inside." As the zombies are
You
closing on the
definitely
door.
pick up your kid and take him to the house.
Right?
Why? Yeah. Why wouldn't?
Why were you going to
why
leave him
would
out
you be
there
allowed
in the
to come
car
there?
with the zombies coming?
Apparently,
Even
that-
without the gun, like goddamn.
Apparently, that
stupid.
character is in a lot of Tarantino
Yeah,
movies.
What,
yeah.
Daddy?
That character,
Yeah.
the
Sergeant I gotta look it up.
But
What's
yeah,
his
that
name?
actor and that character is a one that goes into several of the movies.
I need the character listing because there's so many sergeants and detectives and yeah. But yeah, no, he's a detective in this and in both the Kill Bills.
Okay.
and in From Dusk Till Dawn. So all three of these take place in this same universe.
All right, the new temporary Alamo, as I'll call it, is JT's barbecue joint, right? Mm-hmm. Somehow everybody gets to JT's barbecue joint, and one of the best gags in the movie comes up here, where they're about to get hot and heavy, Ray and Palomita or Cherry, and you see a film reel missing, which is awesome. It's an awesome nod to what they were trying to go with the exploitation films and the B movies, and so you start to see the setup of the sex scene, but then it cuts and comes back, and the shit has completely hit the fan. There's things on fire. There's people panicking. There's characters there that weren't there. I think the sheriff is shot. They're wrapping a wound. So just so much shit happened in that reel, which cracked me up.
Earl McGraw, that's her
Earl
name.
McGraw. Well,
I appreciate
work
that.
Parks.
Did the missing scene work?
Yeah, did the missing reel work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a good way to push. I mean, this is the one. I mean,
It jumps the story ahead like an
hour.
hour.
I was done probably 20 minutes earlier. So the fact that it pushed the movie ahead that much, I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
Everyone makes it
We're
to
almost
JT's, and there's even new people there we haven't even seen yet.
Right.
There's
The babysitters.
the babysitters are there. There's
I don't care. I don't care how they got here.
there's another woman that's in a cutoff
That's one of the
police
deputies.
outfit.
deputy. That's another deputy.
But she's her sleeves
Right.
and the midriff
Right, but
is
she
open.
wasn't
She's
she
just
wasn't
sexy.
like that previously. Yes,
Right.
this was the whole objectification.
It's
of
I'm
women.
where did she come from? And everybody is there all of a sudden.
Yes.
Sarah's wishing that more reels were missing. Actually, I think
They're I think they're look, we can't answer all these questions, so we're just gonna have a missing reel
Right.
and put them all together, and then start Act 3.
we don't have the money. We don't have the time.
Well,
we don't
I mean,
have
apparently
anything.
had the
Definitely
money.
had the money.
Well, they had the money, but still, they were trying to do it as
I guess
cheap
I'm
as they could.
confused with where $62 million went at this point.
I mean, it's
I mean, that's
the actor
that's
pay,
another
probably.
Yeah, that can be a
and
discussion.
if you watch the behind the scenes, there was pyrotechnic, there were huge scenes that were set up. Right,
it's
they
just
brought
a
in
lot of money, and
they
I'm
brought
not
in mega stunt directors, and there are so many explosions and so many prosthetics and things like that made. But anyway, yeah, so now we're we got the manager of the go-go dancing place is there too, being fond of her by
Skip.
with
Skip.
the dancers, with the go-go dancers.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you know he could fly a helicopter? You're about to.
Apparently.
You're
Yeah.
All right.
To the base first.
So that's kind of...
They have to fight off the zombies to get out of JT's and get to the base.
Oh, right. Right. They have to... She has to run out there and start the car.
Yep. And Ray is laying down cover fire because he never misses. And so he's mowing down all these zombies so she can get to the wrecker.
And he made her a custom leg.
Mm-hmm.
No, not
Custom
yet.
leg. When does the leg come in?
That's at the base.
Oh,
he brought it to her. You're right.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There's
God
no
damn
way
it,
she would have
Mike.
been captured. Yeah, she's still peg-legging it right now. She
She peg legs it even through when
So she was still doing the weird hobble.
that weird hobble, which was good acting, right?
Yeah.
Because that is her.
'cause she's got to
walking on
use her
2
real
legs.
leg
Yeah.
to do the acting, obviously.
What they do is they put basically a green screen sleeve on her leg
Right.
to insert the other stuff. They
Yep.
didn't chop her leg off, guys. I know
case
you're
you
worried about
didn't
that.
know.
You were worried about that, weren't you, babe?
I wasn't, and I was wondering if are you doing that for everybody in
That-
podcast land or just for me? Because
No, I'm just
not a
doing it.
fucking
I'm just
idiot.
doing it to be silly. To be silly, okay?
Yeah. So they get to the base.
They get to the bridge, and the bridge is full of zombies, and then the base takes them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
When
base.
does Abby come back into?
He's in the prison.
Oh, that's right.
I
That's right.
think.
Okay, thank you.
They reconnect in the prison, right? So now everybody's in jail. Aw. Anything that we've missed so far? Any funny stuff?
No, I think this is where Act 3 gets going.
Yeah, for a movie that kind of jumps around a lot, you're doing good.
Thank you. All right, so they try to get out of town. They get captured by the military, put in jail for some reason. I don't know why they're put in jail, but I think
Well, they know El Rey.
Well, they know El Rey. One, they do know El Rey.
They do.
Yeah, they're like,
Bruce Willis is like, oh, you're El
especially
Rey.
that guy.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. You know, when you have a reputation with an elite special force kind of guy, and then you know you've done something right in your life. Right?
And we find out that Bruce Willis, who plays Lieutenant Muldoon, he's the one that killed Bin Laden.
He did several years before.
3 years before the killing of Bin Laden.
They've been lying to us. I didn't
Two
know.
in the chest, one in the computer, which I think is slang for his brain.
His brain,
head, right?
His brain for sure. But
Not his Dell desktop.
Guys, I didn't know that's what it was.
it was his brain.
I didn't get that.
Not his real computer.
Okay.
Two in the chest, one in the MacBook Pro, you know?
Two in the
Sorry,
ticker,
guys.
one in the computer.
I definitely thought it was a computer.
Oh, yeah. I like it. But that's awesome. So, like, this is another exploitation thing. It's like, okay, the Iraq War is right now. You know, all this stuff, the soldiers over there, we're going to take this subject that you guys know about, and we're going to milk it. We're going to exploit it. He was an elite soldier. His group of people killed Bin Laden, but they shouldn't have been there. So they get blasted with DC-2. Why? Don't know why, but that's why. And he'll do anything for his soldiers. I'm jumping around. That's a little later, but like, basically he loves his men. He loves his men, and he'll do anything. And this whole soliloquy, this whole monologue is being done as he's transforming into this giant monster.
Mm-hmm.
Good for Bruce. It's got a good little memorable character there. What'd you think about the Bruce monster, babe?
It was hideous,
grotesque,
and gross, and
it was
made
great.
me sad because I love Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, especially now.
No, don't say that.
I know.
Don't say that.
I know. You can't think about Bruce Willis without being sad nowadays.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
So let's not.
Let's not. We're moving on. Moving on.
Other things that are going on. They're trying to figure out a way out of jail. Mm-hmm. They've got a plan about.
For some reason, they took Cherry and Dr. Block.
You know the reason.
I know why.
You know the reason.
And I don't think you just kind of
they had a little pressure.
Quentin Tarantino is this soldier, and he's credited as rapist number one.
That is his.
That is why they took Cherry.
And his quote is, "I'm gonna go get my dick wet,"
which
is nasty. That's nasty.
Why are they?
It wasn't necessary. I guess my part was.
You got to separate the real person from the characters, obviously.
Do you?
Obviously.
I think he's
but you could also just be like, we don't have to do this.
Right.
I think the crowd loves it when a truly evil person gets something really awful done to them. And that's a common theme in this type of movie. It's like, we're going to make this person as bad as possible. And this is a universal bad thing.
Yes.
Right.
And Tarantino admits, and all the actors that like work with him, that have his back, that love him. I mean, he's like, these are bad people, and bad people do bad shit, and they say bad things, they talk in bad ways.
He hides behind
they
that
say
a lot.
nasty words.
He does hide behind
but
a lot.
I mean, like the way he throws the N-word around in movies, Sam Jackson's like, yeah, that's how bad people talk. Like, I got your back, Quentin. Like, which anyway.
Right.
Regardless.
I
mean, we did get one of the funniest scenes, which was his dick. Like
one of the
off.
most memorable scenes. I don't. Yeah. Is it funny or is it gross?
I mean, I thought it was funny.
One of the. I would say, oh, they went there. One of the they went there movie scenes right there.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna jump around a little bit. They're obviously he wants to have sex with one or both of those.
It's not having sex with.
All right, he wants to violate one or both of these ladies.
Yeah.
He's low on gas. He drops his pants. They already almost escaped. Like, didn't they? Because that's when he was pissed. He was pissed and he was going to go after her. Didn't he have the peg leg in his eyeball yet?
She stabs him in the eye with her wooden leg and snaps it off.
Right.
And then he gets up and is like, you gave me wood, now I'm going to give you wood. That's that line. And
that's your favorite line?
That's not my favorite line. I told you my favorite line.
Trying to make
a missing leg that is now missing.
Right. No, a missing leg that is now missing.
But then shortly after this is where she gets the gun, the machine gun and grenade launcher.
So he drops his pants
leg
and is
because
going to...
she needs a new leg. She broke hers in half in his face.
He drops his pants. Everybody's like, oh shit, your dick's falling off. Let's get you some gas. Is that going to make the ball suck back up in there? Because I think the damage is done.
I think
the damage is done. You might have like an empty sack or something, but yeah, it was falling off. He's like, no, I just better hurry. Ew.
Gross.
Ew, guys.
Ew.
Gross.
Ew.
Yeah.
And then, let's say, didn't she shoot him with the
when she gets the
syringe.
legs on. Oh yeah,
Yeah, she
that's
did
what
Dr.
Dr. Block
Block.
did.
I forgot
she threw the syringe from across the room into his
She had a
eye.
gun. She had a shooter for it.
It was a
didn't she?
shooter, yeah.
Oh, I thought she like
No,
threw
I
it.
think
And
she
it
had a
stuck.
shooter. Yeah.
Oh, she pulls the one from her
Pulls it out
garter.
her leg, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which,
Hits
you
it in
know.
the eye, and then like it's one of her useless talents.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's when it hits him in the eye, he grotesquely turns into one of the things from the beginning. His face melts off, his mouth opens, he spits out something all over the
Something.
floor.
A blob of something.
A
yeah.
blob
Yeah.
of something that starts spreading across the floor. Yeah. So
Yep.
then they got to
Ray comes, gives her the gun, and this to
She
me
uses the grenade launcher part of it to blow open the doors to
Well,
blow the guy through,
blows it open by shooting him through it.
shooting him through it. Yeah.
Right.
And then she karate kick legs her up, leg up in the air and
for you
shoots
to say.
across the room
She quickly masters
to get kill like 5 more of these nasty
This
soldiers.
is actually the point where I said, "Don't ask questions, Atticus," because
Right.
I don't
How
know
do
how
you
she was
pull
firing.
the trigger? Don't
Right,
ask. Don't
right?
ask.
Yeah. How do you select from short burst to automatic to grenade
Right,
launcher?
this was
Like, don't
definitely
ask questions.
You can't ask questions.
This is
Yeah.
just fun.
And then she jumps over a wall by shooting a grenade into the ground,
She
which
rocket-
propels
yeah,
her up.
rocket
Instead
jumps.
of exploding her,
No, it's-
it propels her up.
In video games, we
over
call those
a wall and
call those rocket jumps in video games.
Sure.
It happens.
Whatever
know?
you say.
Instead of pushing her backwards, the gun doesn't do anything. Like, she's on one leg, so let's just say the recoil probably.
Okay.
Anyway.
Don't ask questions, right? We're not
Yeah,
asking
she
questions.
tears her way through with unlimited ammo, right? I don't see her
I
reload
think
one
that
time.
was my biggest thing.
I don't see her reload one
you
time.
have to reload that shit, right?
The goal at this point is to get to the choppas, as Arnold would say, "Get to the chopper." You know, there's 2 choppers, right?
There's
Yes,
2.
There's 2. So they
Not
use
everybody will
pilots.
fit in one.
Shelly, is that her name? No,
Dakota
Dakota goes to one chopper by herself
with Tony.
with Tony's body,
Yeah.
and Josh is there.
Inexplicably, her husband is in there
Right.
waiting.
This is where they told me I'd find you or
Which-
something like
yeah.
that. Some shit like that.
He had some unfinished business with her. He still had the needle to kill her, and that's when her daddy saves the day.
Yep, exactly.
Or saves her.
Saves her at
Saves
least,
her.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
doesn't get killed, so
Mm-hmm.
you get it.
And then we get the
The other chopper.
other
before
chopper
that-
skips flying that and
before
chops
that-
up like 30 people.
Like they're debating on who's going to get to the chopper, and then Abby is going to go to the chopper. And remember, he has this whole he's killed.
Oh,
right
yeah,
away,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
the one who's going to get the antidote. and
Yeah, right. Like, Abby becomes the
de facto
sergeant,
leader,
the captain,
kinda.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to save the day. I'm going to create a cure. Follow me. And he looks cool. I mean, he looks like he's leading them, you know, confident, jog and everything. And then he turns around the corner and
head split.
head is just
That's
split
right.
open.
Yep, that
It's
kill.
awesome.
Yep.
Cool kill. Perhaps somebody in this room's favorite kill. But it was, a fun scene which says, well, we're not after a cure
That's
anymore.
not what we're doing now.
We're just going to
Yep.
go to Mexico and put our walls against the ocean and
Our
defend
backs
ourselves.
against the ocean.
Or yes, correct. Sorry.
Yeah. How does that work?
It doesn't.
Is that just
It
so
doesn't.
you can only be attacked from one
Correct.
side?
Yes.
They can't sneak
Correct.
up on you?
That's
Yes.
the theory.
That was
but
the
you
only
also-
thing I could
Yes.
decipher from that.
If you want to think about history, the Battle of Dunkirk was famously bad for the people that they had no exit because their back was to the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a good strategy, guys. Anyway, they had to bring in all these boats to get these people out of there. But anyway, don't put your back against the ocean because you have no place to retreat to.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we'll learn that later that's,
Bad
part of it.
strategy.
yeah, some awesome pyrotechnics, awesome scenes where she's flying on cables. Rose McGowan does a lot of the stunts herself,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
She prides herself, and if she said, yes, a lot of times I was hurt, but like I'm not the one that's going to complain. Sometimes, I guess Robert Rodriguez famously shoots in widescreen sometimes, and you can zoom in, you can see who it is the whole time. So scenes like that are easier and more seamless if you don't have a stunt double in there.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. And
Fun.
kudos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kudos to her for
Yeah.
sure for being game.
Yeah, for sure. Well done.
I don't know if Mike came across this, but Mike knows who Zoe Bell is, right?
I do.
Zoe Bell in Death Proof, one of the main actors in there, was not supposed to be a main actor. She was actually a stunt double in Planet Terror. but
she's a stunt person in like all of Tarantino's stuff. Yeah.
So did so well, and they just put her in death.
She was that one, the weird looking EMT with the long hair. She's one of the zombies eating his guts. Yeah, in Planet Terror. In addition to some of the other stunt work. But yeah.
Right. I'm gonna speed through this wrap up here. So unfortunately, the badass, the mysterious Ray, dies while trying to help save Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
I poured one out for him. It was sad because I was like, oh, Ray's a badass. Couple tears. But yeah, so he dies, but everyone else gets away. I'm speed through this, so if you want to jump in with something.
I mean,
and
well,
then
this is my favorite line.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. So Cherry is over Ray and says, you can't die. You can't leave me. It was supposed to be 2 against the world. And then, do you want to deliver it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It still will be, says Ray, and puts his hand on her stomach and says, I never miss.
Yep.
Implying that his sperm has, sniper-like accuracy, which, hilarious, guys. Come on. Sarah rolled her eyes at the time. I could hear her eyes rolling. So we have an idea that he knows that she's pregnant already, even though it's the same day that they did it, right? All right, so
he never misses.
He wasn't wrong.
He has good swimmers.
Awesome scene
wrong.
where
you know who else has good swimmers?
Michael Phelps. Right, he is a good swimmer. Anyway,
Justin has good swimmers
because there's twins.
Because he looked for that second egg.
So like much like me, I get distracted a lot, right? So I think one of this, like for the twin fertilization, I just think one of the sperm was just like, what's over here? I don't want to be with all those guys, so just one. And that was Apollo. That was the one that...
That is Apollo, yeah.
Anywho, yeah, we got to see some awesome helicopter blades chopping off a bunch of zombies' heads. We got to see a machine gun mowing down zombies. And then we see them fly away, right?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, jump in what you need to. But then we
open up with... Beautiful landscape.
Yeah. We're in Mexico, I assume.
We are.
Yes.
There's a caravan of survivors, and Rose McGowan or Cherry is looking almost prophet-like.
Yes.
Like Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, on a horse. See a little baby on the back.
Mm-hmm. You see a little baby on the back. In the background, you see just ruined buildings, right? So we are to believe this became...
I think they're the ruins.
No, ruined like city. Like you could see like
you can see the ruined city, and
these are the ruins.
See them at like a Mayan ruins,
right?
They're like
destroyed.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I remember
metropolitan area. Right?
There's metropolitan buildings that are falling apart,
in the background.
Yes.
So that implies that this became at least a continental event, if not global, right?
Right.
So I don't know. It does not go further, but basically it implies that he was right. This is the plan to go with, and I'm going to lead these people to safety, right, and thrive, I guess. The end. Or did I miss something?
I don't know, but I think I like it more now. We went through all of it.
Yeah, right.
It happens.
Terrible. It happens like that sometimes.
It wasn't terrible.
It happens.
Mike has
like
talked me from like a bad grade on Martyrs to like you know what? We're talking a lot about this movie. So so it was worth talking about. All right. So
okay. Did you guys watch the credits?
We watched. Are you talking about the?
No, bitch. I got out. I was like, it's my bedtime.
You never watch, wait till the end and see what happens at the end of the credits?
I did not watch this.
Were there end
stinger.
credits?
Was there a stinger on this one? Because we went right into the Werewolves SS.
Well, if
we watched
we watched that trailer.
Which was the special.
Yeah, so if you watch just the Planet Terror separate and not the double feature.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We have it as a double feature.
I have it on DVD or Blu-ray or something.
If you watch it separate, at the end of the credits, there's a little end credit scene. Tony is alive. He's playing with his turtle and his scorpion on the beach.
I wondered if
they should have put that shit in there. So
maybe
it was a graze.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
So that's maybe why she was carrying him around so fucking much.
Right. Yeah. So I think technically he's dead. Well, so the story goes that it's implied that he's supposed to be dead, and but he did not want his son to like see himself be killed on
Oh, that's
screen.
cute.
So they filmed the rest.
Maybe just don't put your son in the fucking
So
movie.
well,
agree.
the rest of the movie they film. So like when they're at JT's and like his shit's on fire, there's scenes where like his son is actually like running around the garage or like playing in the car. And like when they're at the military base, he's like sitting in jail like with the rest of them, and he's like there and present. And then when they get to the to the end, he is like playing on the beach with his little pets.
Okay.
So he cut those scenes into a version that he showed his son to be like, yeah, look, here you are, happily ever after. But the version we all get, like,
Okay.
he dead.
We assume he's dead.
So
Yeah,
I
he
think
did
they put this at the end credits to either, if you hated that happened, you can be like, hey, look, you can also believe he's still alive. Or it's just the, what he shot to show his son.
Now, he
like,
did The
happily
Faculty,
ever
right?
after.
Yes.
He
He
did.
did
Yeah.
He
Faculty?
did.
Okay, we talked about him quite a bit on The Faculty, and famously he did the Jon Stewart part at the end where they brought him back in the credits too. So
Right.
maybe it's just a thing he likes to do.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Maybe.
that's funny.
They're trying to make him seem like a good guy.
Yeah, maybe he likes to do it, right?
Okay.
All right, guys. I had a few things I asked you guys to think about before we go into our typical categories,
Do
right?
we do this before we talk to the children?
We can do it at the
I
same
mean, guys,
time.
that's my favorite part.
Okay,
Can I pose one question real quick?
You can pose
Absolutely.
as many as you want.
Why is this
Give me-
movie not
absolutely,
called?
It's your fucking podcast.
Why is this film not called Project Terror? Because even when they get to the military
They do
base, they're
say
like
the words, yeah.
DC2. This is called Project Terror. Like it's called Project Terror in the movie.
I have a theory.
Why is it not called Project
I
Terror?
have no
Why is it
theory.
called Planet Terror?
My only theory was that we're meant to believe this becomes a planetary crisis, right? It was a project. Now it is a full-blown planetary crisis.
Did you Google that?
No, it's off the cuff.
You're so smart.
Anyway,
But yeah, but they
I don't have-
say this whole thing was called Project Terror, and I'm like, that should be the name of the movie.
right.
But yeah,
Should we? Let's call down whichever kids want to join real quick. So that was the part where we were making fun of Apollo, but now she's in the room, so we can talk now.
he's
Apollo,
fucking with you.
When's the first time you saw this movie,
Last night. No, was it
No,
last night?
2 nights
Two
ago.
nights ago.
2
Two
nights
nights
ago.
ago.
and what did we think?
I thought it was the best movie of all time.
No, it's so fucking weird.
To elaborate on that, what really?
It was
worked for you?
hot. It was really hot. It was a girl with a gun leg. It was really hot.
There was a girl with a machine for a
You're
leg,
gonna
a
be
machine gun for a
especially gay
leg.
today.
Wow.
I feel like my joke in the last one was already gay enough.
It was pretty gay.
All right, so talk about other movies like this, perhaps.
Oh.
What's that other one with the girl with a machine gun leg?
Right.
What's
Jesus
that
Christ.
other one? No, I can name another movie where it's not a girl, but it's a guy, and he gets his arm kind of amputated.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know if you guys know this one. It's called Evil Dead.
I have heard of that one. Is it pretty good?
No, it's actually pretty bad, actually.
Okay.
It was really
Okay.
bad. I
Yeah.
hated it.
Any?
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So obviously,
I think half the listeners turn the pod off.
she loves it.
I love Evil Dead.
Yeah. What about a dog with human arms from Reanimator? is that something?
Correction, it was Bride of the Reanimator.
Oh, Bride of the Reanimator.
Yes.
Sorry. All right. So tell us more. Give us.
Dig in your Reanimator shirt, by
Give
the
us.
way.
Thank
Give
you.
us a minute on other things you liked about it. What worked. What didn't work.
I thought that it was funny. I thought it was gross. I thought the zombies were really gross in this one.
So you also think they are zombies?
Are they not zombies?
They're
They're
zombies. Yeah.
They're zombies.
Your dad had a moment where he was like, "They're not really zombies."
Well, he does that to everyone,
He
but
does do that to
especially you.
everyone.
Especially
Well,
you.
yeah, because there's different zombies, and like some zombies are you get bit by a dead thing. Some are like chemically created zombies.
Last of Us.
Typically.
And so, but they're zombies.
Don't try to just.
So according to the Zombie Survival Handbook.
Oh, for fuck's
God.
sake.
Okay, never mind. I won't go there.
No, go there. Go there.
You have to be dead first, and then realize
But we already
reanimated by
established there
something,
were
right.
some dead ones
You're
that
right. There
obviously
were
walked
some
away.
dead ones. So
Okay.
anyway,
Well, that asks the question: is Reanimator a zombie movie then?
well, they were dead, right? And he reanimated. them,
reanimated
right?
But would that count as zombies? They weren't biting people.
No, they're zombies.
Yeah, they were. I don't know if they were
No.
infectious zombies. They,
They
were just
weren't.
killing people.
Exactly.
But
Okay,
they
we're
were
talking about
zombies.
Planet Terror.
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Focus.
Okay. Whatever.
Focus, Mike. This is
How
your
was
job.
okay? How was Rose
Sorry, I was
McGowan
taking
in
a
this
sip.
one? How was Cherry? Did we like Cherry?
Was that the girl with the gun leg?
That was the girl.
I
with
don't
the
know any of
Rose
the
McGowan.
names. I was barely paying attention.
Cherry Darling.
I love the name.
Sounds like a stripper name.
Because she was.
She's a go-go dancer.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
What was the
Thank you.
absolute grossest scene? This is going to be for the whole table. Whole table.
The one, I don't want to say this. The scene where the guy was gonna have
Where he was trying
forced
to,
relations with the girl.
He was gonna rape somebody.
I don't want to say that out loud.
he's going to grape somebody, as they say
Oh my
on
God. I'm going to
social
strangle you with
media.
my bare hands. Never say that again. And when he took down his pants, his penis was just melted.
It's just like slipping out.
Okay. You're making us like really great parents. We're the best.
We had a quick debate. Do you think the gas would have made his balls come back up into him? No, I don't either.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone.
Right?
They're gone.
They're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like if you're bubbling, like it calms that.
It calms the bubble.
But I think if stuff falls off, it's not like
It
not like
goes back.
the T1000.
Not
You're not
so to speak.
It's not coming back into you and turning like you're not whole
what if
again.
you held it up there and then would it? Anyway.
Oh my God.
What do we say 5 times during this podcast? Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Do you feel like "Don't ask questions" was a good tagline for this movie? I didn't look up what the tagline was, actually, unfortunately.
Was it?
No, but it should have been.
That sounds like a good tagline. I mean, I
There's
didn't.
a lot of unexplained things.
A lot of unexplained
It's just
things.
plain fun. It's just
All
a
right,
fun.
You told us
Grindhouse
your
film.
grossest moment, Mike. What's your grossest moment?
Besides the
dick
soon to
falling
be
off?
sexual assault, it would be Josh Brolin, the goo on the face.
Right.
Even though there's much gorier and grosser stuff, I
Right.
think the goo on the face, in the mouth, in his nose.
Oh, the popping the pustules.
That's yeah.
yeah.
Oh, mine's the rape. But, I mean, that was gross. Just watching it.
Okay.
Then she killed him with the stump thing.
I know
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
so awesome.
Well, she didn't know. She didn't kill him. She just stabbed,
stabbed
him in the eye. And
No,
then
she shot him
Dr.
and-
Block shot him with the.
Well, but then she shot him with the gun to flip him through the room and open that door up. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was he got a lot. He had all that.
He
was
got
coming
what
to
was
him.
coming.
Yeah. I think the squeezing of the tongue was the best device that I don't know. There's the corpuscle, whatever the thing on his tongue that he squeezed and shot in his eyeball was
pustules,
pretty
whatever.
gross. So that's where I'm gonna go because I think the dick and balls was seedy. I think
Probably.
I mean, it looks
There
slimy.
was some seedy
It looks
in
slimy,
this, yeah.
but
You don't really see this, see it ooh.
you see stuff falling off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Funniest scene, guys. Funniest line, funniest scene.
The dick and ball.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. We might be bugging. If I
Hey,
could.
check your light. Is it fiddle with it?
Green.
Just fiddle with
Just fiddle with it so it's green.
Green?
Yes,
That's the connection part. Unplug and plug it back. Is it green again?
Yep, now we're
How
good.
far?
Just go back to okay, guys, what's the funniest scene? Just say that line again.
All right, guys. Well, you gotta cut that.
All right, guys.
She's mine.
All right, guys. You told us the goriest or the grossest. What was the funniest scene?
I mean,
or
the
the
rape
funniest
scene.
line?
Whoa.
The dick and balls.
Oh, okay.
The dick and balls, not the rape scene. But
Yeah,
the dick
rape
and balls.
is so funny, guys.
Hey, you heard it here first. Sarah thinks rape is
Okay.
funny.
No. Edit that out.
No, we're keeping it in fully.
All right.
It's a melting dick that I think is funny.
We got it. We know. We know.
Nobody finds.
I thought that the sex scene right before the missing reel, where some of that stuff is hilarious. Where
Honestly,
so
I
we
thought that
so
was
we
funny.
find out that in JT's bone shack, he also has a bone shack. Where he's got a
right?
big round waterbed, and Ray
Yeah.
comes in and lays down. He's like, "Man, JT sure knows how to live." And it's like,
I mean,
and
Apollo
then-
did ask, is this what a waterbed's like?
yeah.
No, I asked, wouldn't it hurt your back? It's just water.
Oh no,
You
it doesn't
can't-
hurt your back
It doesn't
at
hurt
all.
your back. But you can't have sex on a waterbed.
You have to.
It's super hard.
You got to be in rhythm. You got to be in
It's
rhythm. If
You
you're
have to
not,
ride the wave, if you will.
I owned a waterbed for 3 years. You got to be in rhythm. So yeah, but then when they start to get into it, and Rose McGowan's legs go in the air, and one is the peg leg. It's just. It made me chuckle.
The peg leg.
The red peg leg just
was
coming up in the air.
hilarious.
It's just like
Her struggling to walk with the peg leg was hilarious. Her spinning in
I
a
agree
circle
with
because
that.
she couldn't get her thing.
I know it was funny.
Her. I still stand by the hardest I laughed was Well, this one's a no-brainer, and it shows the empty skull with no brain in it. I still like that the most. And right after the missing reel, when it's just like the shit, so much had happened, and like you just like have no explanation. That was my favorite.
I know it's really funny.
All right, let's hear it.
Cherry in the hospital bed, and the guy coming in telling her to move, but she literally couldn't. And
to get up.
Yeah, and he just like shoved the peg leg into her.
That's true.
Was that funny?
It was so
That
funny.
was very not letting her deal with the fact that she'd lost her fucking leg.
There's no time for that.
There's no time for
I don't
mourning.
like it.
Okay.
I don't like it.
All right. So did the movie accomplish its goal, which was a love letter to a different movie
Okay,
experience?
I think that's a question for more serious thinkers.
Are you saying that?
No? Okay.
No, don't cut. Yeah.
Are you saying that?
I'm saying I don't know that you've thought this through.
I mean, Grindhouse movies. I mean, it
So
was a
yeah, I
Grindhouse
mean, I think
film.
it.
Okay, we're gonna get some of this.
No, I mean, I think it's a good debate. I think Grindhouse, you know, if you have to look at it, what's an homage versus what's derivative, right?
That's not the question right there.
Is this a love letter or is it a spoof?
Well, here, yes.
Is that the question?
I was going to ask the whole question.
Guys,
Wow.
this is our life.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about
All right.
that.
We'll,
Go ahead.
We'll,
Don't edit my shit out.
okay, cool.
No, we're going to edit something.
All right, this is in. It's in there.
No.
It's in there. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Ready for me? Did the movie
We've been ready for you. We have not.
shit.
I haven't stopped anything.
Did the movie accomplish its goal, which was a love letter to a different movie experience absent from today, or was it spoofy? Like, was there too much winking? We know we're doing something funny, or was it? Did it?
I'll start.
Go for it.
Okay, this is definitely a love letter. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? And that's what they're trying to do. I think in movies that are spoofs, your Scary Movie, your Naked Guns, movies that are spoofs on other things, it's like everything is a bit, everything is like a joke on top of a joke. Everything is just like a bit, right? Yeah. And then whereas here, like, and there's really no like story in those. It's just bit and then this bit and then this bit. This is like, despite all the plot holes and all the questions, like there is a story to be told here. So it's a love letter to a genre.
I think I 100% agree.
I agree.
Yeah,
I thought there'd be some
it's a
debate.
love letter.
I thought some people would have said it was spoofy.
I mean, there was a story. I mean, it felt like a Grindhouse movie. It didn't feel more like a comedy. It felt like it was.
Right. Nobody was like, it seemed like we're like, check me out. I'm doing something
This
stupid.
isn't a Spaceballs version of Night of the Living Dead,
What do you
right?
think, Atticus? Atticus has now joined us.
I'm also here now, I guess.
The first one with 5 people on it. Did you like the movie?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good movie.
That's all you're gonna say? Good.
I had a couple questions about the leg. How did it shoot? But then I had
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions?
You missed the 8 other
Yes,
times we
yeah.
said don't ask questions.
Just about to say, but then I realized I just have to appreciate.
Right.
I just have to
Just
appreciate,
appreciate
this.
How would you say there were enough scantily clad women in this movie for you?
A little more couldn't have hurt. Like
You wanted that missing reel so bad. I know
Oh,
it.
I need that
I know
reel.
it. He's going to go online and be like, where's that missing reel?
don't
Is it on eBay? It's only $400. Mom, Dad.
It's a scam. You just use their credit card to buy something that says missing reel.
Missing reel from Planet Terror. $1,000.
I liked when she jumped with like the explosion,
What did we call that in video games?
double jump,
Or rocket jumping, right?
or rocket jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a real thing. Because
Do you think it was a love letter?
It was a movie.
No.
No.
So-
no.
Love letter to like
So these were
Grindhouse films and.
It was a spoof.
no. Okay,
we
that's
all
fine.
said no.
I'm glad you had your answer.
why is it a
It's
spoof?
wrong.
Why is it a spoof?
Why is this a spoof?
Atticus, why? So it seems like you're the only dissenter. What's that word? Like not, one that's not
Dissenter?
agreeing with. Yeah.
Black
Dissenter.
Lamb.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it a spoof?
It makes fun of like the traits of a Grindhouse movie. What can I say?
Cap. I'm kidding.
Why do I
That's what
even
I'm saying.
speak at this point?
Is it making fun of them? Or is it just like playing off it? Or is it just, this is how those movies are, so they made this one that way?
Yeah, they're
because
supposed
they
to be
love it so much.
Over the top line delivery.
I'll go with the
campy.
first one. It's making fun of the tropes. I'm
Oh,
standing
that's
on my
fine.
business.
Stand on your grounds, right? What did you grade this movie? Out of 10.
5.
Wow. What the hell?
It's a
Why
10
did
out
I-
of 10 for
okay.
me.
Oh my God, Apollo.
It's a 5. It's not a bad movie, not a good one. It's not Dawn of the Dead, but
Well,
it's
all
not
right,
Cabin
all
in the
right, all
Woods.
right.
What
What
do
was
you
the
want?
what was the grossest
That's
and
fine.
what was the funniest part, Atticus?
When like he popped it was the grossest part. And,
I
like,
agree.
Smeared it on
Yep,
his face.
yep. That was mine. As much
probably,
blood and guts, that's
his
the
tongue.
grossest.
That's
thing.
the grossest part.
Goo
What
on the
was the
face.
second part you asked?
Funniest lot. Like
Funniest
what made
part?
you laugh the hardest?
The trailer in the beginning.
Which part in the beginning?
The
during
machete trailer?
Machete trailer where it's
Oh.
like he gets the girl.
yeah.
No, the trailer at the end was the best one. I liked that one. The Nazi werewolf girls.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's in the double feature.
SS
yeah,
Werewolves.
Because that's what leads into Death Proof. Is
Yeah,
that
because
one.
then Bill Moseley was there.
Bill Moseley was
Bill
there. That was a
Moseley.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's Rob Zombie's guy.
somehow we've done a good job of not mentioning all the trailers and stuff, but with this double feature,
get there.
Okay, we'll get
Because
there.
well, some of these lead into Death Proof. So do you want me? I can do them here, or we can do it with Death Proof.
Let's get through.
We got
through some
more
of
to
our
do with
questions.
Planet Terror.
Yeah, let's do Planet Terror here. So gore score, guys.
10.
Yeah, this is a 10.
It may not be like the most like
No.
over the top kill, but it's a 10. on, like,
Let's
just goops and stuff.
Sarah, what's the gore score for you?
So I initially said 5.
And I laughed at her.
And he laughed. But I think I was looking at it more from the perspective of it wasn't like a slasher-esque. It wasn't like scary.
Yeah.
It wasn't. But then he's like, but it's the blood and guts. And I'm like,
This
I mean, the zombies eating the guts out of the paramedic, like
don't
that
know
is
that-
This
guts
isn't
out.
really-
I think I must just not
I-
have the same like.
this isn't gory at all in my
I
opinion.
picked this.
That's ridiculous.
I'll let you come
That's
back with
ridiculous.
this, Apollo. But I picked this one because in my book it's a 10. Right?
No.
It's a 10.
There's dick and balls sliding off people. There's so
That's
many
not
balls.
gore.
Yes, it is. There's so many balls. There's arms. There's legs being ripped off. There's boils being popped and shot at people. There's heads being chopped off of zombies with helicopters. There are zombies exploding like bags of blood.
Well, there is just like, I mean,
Help-
when
yeah,
you
help me
shoot
out.
someone with a 9mm,
Oh, yeah.
that should just be like a bullet hole. It's like a big splatters coming
So
out of it.
many
There-
explosions with
so
guns.
I
much
just love how the
blood.
two females are like, it's a 5. It's a 5, guys.
Maybe even a 4.
You're looking
Stop
at it
it.
too
not.
narrow.
Stop.
It's too
Yeah.
narrow of a
Right.
aspect that you're looking at.
Goop isn't gore. What's
Yes, it
gore
is.
is like what's gore is the,
Goop in
the
itself.
visceral reaction you
I
get
agree.
from.
I agree with the
Here's-
on that.
Do I need to ask Siri on this?
No. Goop itself, like a bucket of goop, is not that gory. But when it's exploding out of people and stuff,
It's
that becomes
not.
different.
If it's a
Yes,
bunch
it
of blood
is.
and a bunch of organs, then yeah, it's gore.
But there is a lot of that. The
Okay.
brain, the no-brainer, when they flip Fergie's
no-brainer.
head over and it's
face
hollowed
like,
out skull.
the transformations of people and like their faces
See,
boiling
like,
up
I
and
think
stuff.
that's a cool effect.
That stuff's cool.
Wow.
I'm not even counting that stuff, Justin, in my justification for a 10. There's enough just blood and guts, not counting like the tongue, pinching the tongue and the shit squirting out. I'm not even counting that stuff. I'm not even counting the boils on the face. I'm counting just blood, guts, dude missing the finger, Fergie missing her head.
Fergie?
The
Was Fergie in it?
the
Fergie's
freaking all the blood on the through the hospital
And
and
her London bridges.
just all the butterfly knife just killing people and blood splatter
All right.
all over the place.
This was my
The
10,
helicopter
guys.
cutting people in
I
half.
mean, I think you two are the hosts.
You know.
You're bringing me on
Right?
this
Like, you two
podcast.
are the hosts, so like you get to decide. We're just guests.
Got something else to say,
We're
Atticus?
just guests here.
Nah.
Apollo.
You're bringing me on this podcast and expecting me to give you a 10 gore rating wise, as if I didn't give Terrifier a 9.
That's true. She did give Terrifier
I
a 9
know.
when we were saying it was an 11.
Yeah, I mean everyone's entitled to their opinion.
It's okay that you're wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's okay that it's your podcast, and you get to decide what we do, and you get to
Oh, it's
what
not
we
like
do.
that.
What we do.
We're
It's not
gatekeepers.
like
What
that.
you
Maybe
do.
I'm just not woke enough, I guess.
Oh my God, stop it.
Sarah, you mentioned that this is kind of a middle of the road gore score for you. So I need to know. I need to anchor it with what's the goriest thing you can remember seeing, and what's a tame? What's a 1 for you?
So probably the goriest is Saw.
Oh my! Have you?
Okay.
Okay.
What?
All right.
No,
I don't
we
know.
gave Saul like a lower score.
I think we were like.
So
in
I
the-
think it's just a difference in opinion, right?
That's
like
true.
I don't think it's I think
Yeah.
it's more of a like what gets me.
Okay.
Which
Like in
that's
terms
fair.
of like what makes me uncomfortable, right? And I
That's
think
fair.
That's
Okay.
fair.
like this was a lot of. It was very.
Do you mind
I
if
know I didn't say it was spoofy because I don't think it's. I do think it is a love letter. Like I think it is a. This is what we wanted to like give to Grindhouse.
We love
right?
these so much, we want to make our
Right. I don't. But I just don't think like the ooze and the goo. That's not something that's gonna like make me turn away. Saw made me turn away. Like I think that's
fair.
some
That's
of it, right?
totally fair.
Can I?
And that's a fair way to look at it.
Can I
if you want.
interpret that? Can I ask
I
if
can't
this?
interpret my words.
Well, I'm asking. Would it be because it seemed more real and more grounded?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like the visceral reaction Apollo was talking
fair.
about.
That's very fair
Yes.
because it's fantastical. It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
right?
The
It's-
gore in this is like I said, it is ridiculous. The guy gets shot with 9mm bullets, and it looks like a freaking missile went through them. You know,
Right,
like
in
it's
the chopper, like mowing down all the zombies. Like I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that. At no point was I like, oh my
I
god,
got
I
you.
can't watch it. I
So-
mean, it was just.
So your
this
mind
is
was
funny.
more in a laughing and this is crazy mode than it was this is happening to somebody, and that's fair.
Yes.
sure.
That's fair.
Okay, that's a
right.
different take on it than we.
Yeah, it's
I
very
think
fair.
You and I and Charlie have given, which is
Yeah.
totally fair, which is good.
I mean, it's okay.
Just okay.
All right. Is there a place for movies like this today for wide audiences?
I wish, but I don't think people love the splatter like I do.
Okay.
I also don't think people love the objectification of women. Like I think there's a lot more awareness of
So
what's
woke.
happening. No, I don't think. I think we're less scared to say we can't
You know what it is?
treat women like shit.
Harvey Weinstein's not making
It
movies
is.
anymore.
I mean, it is.
Okay, but okay.
I have a thought.
What was Best Picture last year? Was it Anora?
Yeah.
Holy shit, the sex in that movie.
I didn't see it. Was it good?
Yeah, but was it an
No.
objectification
It-
of a
in my-
woman? Right? It was it about? I mean,
I mean,
or
it
was she in
depends.
control?
I guess she's in control because she plays a sex worker.
Oh,
but
does she?
I mean,
I think-
but isn't Cherry in
Here's-
control here?
Here's my
I'm not in
thought.
control of necessarily what she's wearing, or not in control of Dr. Block. That's not what a fucking doctor is going to wear to work.
Yes, it is.
right? No, it's
In
not.
my
I think that
dreams.
those, and then honestly, like you pointed it out, the sheriff deputy who all of a sudden shows
All right.
up with her like midriff top, like that's not
Yeah.
a
Okay.
woman being in control of what she's. I'm not trying to be
No, I know. I know what you're saying.
combative, but I'm saying there is a difference
I
in.
think
It may have been about a sex worker, but was the sex worker telling the story? Was the sex worker in control versus
It's
this, which
through
is an
her
objectification
POV
of women?
that-
I think there was a lot that had to be done to lay the groundwork for you to feel okay about watching this movie in a theater, right? There was a lot of marketing that had to be done to say, hey, this isn't us. This is this. This is a time where this was okay.
I think that time
right?
is gone.
And it's hard to release movies like this sometimes without laying that groundwork. And that's tough, right? The marketing is tough for it. But all that being said, Shudder, and there's so many streaming places that there is a place for this type of movie to live, right? You can
You
put
said a
out,
wide audience.
right?
I don't
You're
think
right.
that's a wide audience.
a wide release. No,
I think
agree.
I think the return on their investment on this proves that there
Isn't.
isn't.
I agree.
But I would like to see more of these things.
Right, more fun stuff like this, and it doesn't have to be like Mike's not in it for the rape.
I'm not in it
I
for.
know,
I'm definitely
yeah.
not in it for that.
We've talked about that several times, where it's like,
Well, and I know you
we
both
don't
well
like
enough
that
to know
stuff.
that's not why you're in it,
But
right?
like the just mowing down people with helicopters and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
right. It's fun.
Oh my god.
Well, I think you could have done all of this, and because I mean, arguably, Cherry is the heroine of this
Right, but-
story, right?
100%.
Right. So it's like you can do all
100%.
of that without it being let's show her tits and her ass.
She
the
did
whole
not
time.
show her tits,
No, you show, but
much to Mike's
Okay.
chagrin.
you show what she was wearing.
No, I know,
How about
I know.
that? Right?
But it
Like I
was-
think you can do that without it being like Kill Bill. I mean, I think is a good example of like
That's women
She-
empowerment.
I would
That's
say-
girl
she
power.
wore a whole yellow fucking bodysuit the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I
That's
mean,
true.
granted, but I mean, like
I would-
everything was covered.
I would compare this more to like a Sin City type of thing, where it's you have these women that are out there that, you know, are
think that
powerful. They're still sexy, but
But
it's
if
still
women
tasteful.
are making that movie, that's a lot different than a
true.
man making that
All
movie.
right, all right.
I'm just.
You're too woke for us.
No, she's
I think
not.
it's a valid point.
I think it's a great discussion, and I think it's great that Sarah's here to have this discussion. Because if it was you and I and Charlie discussing this, it'd be really fucking awkward.
I mean, I think you would have the same. I do think you all would have the same discussion because of who you are. But it is different when it's it's three men.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that
I love you all.
No, I mean, but there's an exploitation element to it, but there's probably like a blurred line even between Grindhouse and just regular movies that are like I said, there's movies like Enora where the character for 25% of the movie is naked and having sex, graphic sex.
What's this streaming on?
I don't even know. But, you know, versus something like this where it's like, okay, they're just going to dress up Fergie in a low cut top, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was how some people dressed back then, though. And
Oh, that was definitely how people.
Yeah,
low-rise
that's not what I'm
jeans.
saying.
Okay.
I think there is. Okay, we've said it.
But because it's this kind of movie, you have to have like somebody that looks like Fergie play that part. You couldn't have me roll up to JT's like my car's overheating. They'd be like, move the fuck on, like let's get on with the movie. But you know, Fergie rolls up with her car overheating.
Special
They're like,
sauce.
no, wait, don't drive away. We need to come in and eat. Like you know, let's watch her eat some sausage.
And that's okay. I'm going to say it again.
That sounded bad.
It sounded real bad.
So that's the exploitation factor of it. Like, right, we're going to exploit beautiful women. We're going, you know, it's in the title of the type of genre, right? So I think we landed on no. I think we landed on
Yes, we did land on no. It's not a
this
good
movie.
Right.
I mean, if you take out some of the,
I still don't think it's. I think even if you take that out, it's not
for wide
release. No,
I don't know. Yeah, well,
and I'm sorry, I am definitely an
So
overtalker.
that was the original question. Is this made for wide release, or is this a place where we can wide release? And the answer right now is no.
Critics loved it.
20 years ago, it wasn't as well received according to the box office.
It was 20 years ago, and it lost money.
But critically acclaimed.
I know, which is crazy to
like
me.
it because it's fun.
Yeah,
but it's fun at private.
Yeah, in the privacy of your own home.
All right,
your children apparently.
So let's talk about what's funny is Quentin Tarantino is all over this one too, and all over Death Proof, obviously. But he has talked shit about people being so derivative and stealing from everybody. But obviously, he pays homage. He borrows. He is influenced heavily. We're gonna say heavily by some Japanese filmmakers, by some other filmmakers. Where's the line between homage and being derivative and stealing from somebody?
I think that is a really hard question to answer. I mean, because the only difference between homage and being derivative is the originality aspect of it, right? And I honestly, myself personally, I have not watched enough or any Grindhouse, what you would call Grindhouse movies to be able to answer that. And I don't, as much as I think, like I said earlier on, Tarantino's problematic right now for me, I don't think I can answer that.
So
I
think homage is, I think if it's homage, then you're acknowledging what inspired you. So with Sinners, for example, there's obviously a through line where you can compare a lot of what happens in Sinners to From Dusk Till Dawn. Coincidentally enough, Robert Rodriguez movie. But Ryan Coogler has publicly said, like, I took inspiration from Dusk Till Dawn, from The Faculty, from this and that. And so that is, I think, paying homage.
Right.
I think, on the other hand, stealing is if you don't acknowledge that. Or, like, Vanilla Ice stole from David Bowie.
What?
Well,
Not if you ask him.
Not if you ask him. I think that's like Vanilla Ice stole from David Bowie, right? Like with the.
Yeah.
He tried to say like,
I agree.
there's a no, like that's stealing. You stole that.
Right.
You're not
Pay
acknowledging
him.
it.
Just pay him.
I think when Tarantino and these other directors say like, I grew up with this movie. I grew up with that. I really loved how they did this. I wanted to incorporate traits of that into this because I love, like, that's paying homage. But I think you have to publicly state those things.
And I want to, agree with that.
What?
I just can't, like, I mean, I feel like I can't say
Okay, you don't have
what
that.
it is because I
Okay.
don't have that experience.
So with Planet Terror, it is an original story that they wanted to incorporate several elements, like the midriff shirts on the deputies or the over the top. So that's an original story, right? Obviously, they borrowed a lot of common tropes from these, but with some of other Tarantino's movies, for example, I think he thinks we're lazy sometimes and we're not going to do the same amount of work. I think he knows that he's seen a shitload more movies that are so obscure that we're not gonna know if he stole from sometimes. So like I think that's where it's like he should be careful on who he's calling out, just because it might be they're copying a movie that everybody knows about doesn't make it any worse than copying a movie that nobody knows about, right? So so sometimes he thinks we're not gonna check his work on that one. But that being said, I don't think I can think of it. There's not a bad Tarantino movie, right? So
no,
I haven't seen Django Unchained because I can't see it.
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
should.
I can't watch.
So good.
I've heard, but I can't watch it. I can't.
I mean, The Hateful Eight is my least favorite, and I like that movie.
I also haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, it's good.
Is that a Tarantino? Also?
It's Tarantino.
My bad, guys. I thought
He's
I've
got
seen
Christoph on it in it again.
I mean, I do love Christoph.
Yeah, I'm mixed on Tarantino right now because of
The shit he's saying.
The shit he's.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, I mean, everybody. I think it's.
Don't be a dick.
And why are you?
It's out there that he's shit. There's some actors that he's like, this movie would be better if that actor
Right,
wasn't
shut
in
the
it.
fuck up.
And it's like when you're Quentin Tarantino, you have nothing to gain by saying those things, but you have influence over other people because people look up to the things you say and take the things you say seriously because of who you are and what you've made. And so not only do you have nothing to gain by putting other people down, you have the power to affect their careers in a sense because you are on the pedestal that you are.
Well, and I think people who like you are going to be like, I'm sorry. Like I said, I mean,
I like that.
I named like several movies that I like, but when he does that shit, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I mean, don't do that.
And
you know what actor I can't stand?
Who?
Quentin Tarantino.
He's a shitty actor. So there's probably 5 actors in the world that can stand toe to toe with Daniel Day-Lewis, right? And that's
Is there?
maybe. And that's who he used. That's the movie. That's what he cited as a reason why Paul Dano's not a good actor. I'm like, come on now.
I thought he was
Paul Dano was great
in
the role,
that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
I thought it
obviously,
was
Daniel Day-Lewis is Daniel Day-Lewis in that movie,
Right.
right? And he creates one of the best characters ever created. But like, yeah, it's hard
Don't
to
shit on somebody like
Yeah, there's
stop
no
it.
reason for it.
Stop it.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
that's all I'm going to say.
There's no
on that.
reason to do it. Like
There's
this,
no reason.
We're, yeah.
What are you
there's-
gaining?
And
There's no
Matthew
reason to
Lillard
do
is
it.
a sweetheart, okay?
He
Everybody
is.
knows
Fuck
Matthew.
you. Sorry.
No, I agree.
calls
We
him
love Matthew.
And he
Lillard.
calls
love
him
Matthew
and he
Lillard.
calls him Matthew Lillard. It's like,
Oh,
get out of
God.
here,
Stop it.
dude. Don't even get it. Yeah, you don't even know how to say his name.
All right, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, we got your number, man.
But don't come for us,
Yeah,
please.
well, or if you want to,
I
just
mean-
come on the show. We'll
Yeah.
debate it.
So yeah.
Anyway,
I
so-
mean, I loved Tarantino. I love all his films, but recently, like those comments,
Right.
I'm like, come on, man, you're fucking better than
What's
that.
wrong with you?
But he's a smug asshole.
Did we already
Can I
go through
say?
favorite
No, we
Rodriguez films?
We didn't.
No.
Because I have all of that.
All right.
Look, man, I did
got it?
homework. Did
All
homework.
right.
Mike, I'll let you start because she's getting her notes ready here. Favorite Rodriguez film?
My favorite one is From Dusk Till Dawn.
He's so
I
good.
like seeing George Clooney a little out of his element, and this is early Clooney.
This is.
He's
Was early
skinny.
Clooney.
He's wearing a fucking tat.
It's
Got a
ER.
weird fucking haircut.
Oh,
like a Caesar haircut.
Yeah, the Caesar haircut.
That- he
the
had
dark
that at the
hair.
time,
He's
though.
he's not far away from Ocean's 11, where he's like a little salt and pepper,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got the dark black hair, and he's got he's a bad guy, man, and you don't see that. He's always in everything after that. He is clean cut. He's wearing a suit. He's
charming everybody's pants off.
Yeah, I mean, and then the Selma Hayek of it all. That movie. Oh my god.
Gorgeous.
Cheech was hilarious.
Oh,
in
he
this
plays like
thing.
3 different roles in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like this, that was a movie that if I was flipping channels, it was on. I stopped.
Here's
I'm
my
watching
problem.
it.
Here's
Wherever
what-
we're at, I'm jumping in.
the first 20 minutes has not aged well. Like I don't love the first. I don't love
Is that
the Quentin
when-
heavy stuff.
Yeah, where he's alone in the room with Juliette
Yeah.
Lewis. Yeah.
No, he's alone with like the bank teller. They stole
Oh
or
yeah, the
whatever.
bank
I'm
teller part. Right. Yeah.
like, who wouldn't have said shit if her mouth was full of it? That's his
Right.
line.
Yeah.
And that's what George
Oh,
Clooney
no.
says.
That's awful.
Yeah. Anyway,
Don't remind me of what these.
yeah.
movies
So
said.
like it's two different movies and it's a little disjointed, but once they get to the El Rey and the titty twister, whatever, it is amazing, right? So that's the reason why I think I allowed for the Planet Terror to sneak into my favorite, was because of that first 20 minutes in my book, right? But I've talked about this on the podcast. That scene in Four Rooms, the misbehaviors, is one of my favorite things ever created. Do you remember that?
Seen Four Rooms. Have I seen Four Rooms?
I think we watched it together.
Oh, no.
It's okay. But it's the funniest balls to the walls shit. And that's what, when I think of Robert Rodriguez, that's what I want to see. I just want to see crazy, like,
we
you don't
could
have
watch it
time.
again, then.
You don't have time to think about what's happening before the next crazy thing happens, right?
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on Robert Rodriguez. Faculty was
So-
great too. Yeah, I mean,
I
just like,
think
your
my
turn.
favorite is obviously Dusk Till Dawn, from Dusk Till Dawn.
And that's because you love Salma.
I love Salma because I love Desperado. I love Once Upon a Well, she was in Desperado, right?
Yep.
I also love Spy Kids.
Right.
Like Spy Kids is
Not
great.
bad.
I haven't
The first-
seen Spy Kids.
Oh my
and
God,
now that I
show
have
the
kids, I'm
boys.
gonna like, hey,
You
let's
should
watch
totally
Spy.
watch
I
it.
think I'm going to.
I
I was
feel like
thinking
we
about
watched it
that.
without our- like,
Prepping for this, I thought about
Danny
it.
Trejo is in it, and his name is Machete, I think.
Yes. And
Really?
it's
Yeah.
so good. He's like an uncle or something.
Yeah.
Like it's good. But obviously from Dusk Till Dawn. Like when I saw that movie, I was like I don't know, like I feel weird. Like but I
different.
loved it.
It's a different type of storytelling.
Loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So good.
And we didn't even talk about Harvey Keitel, like being in that.
I also
He's
love Harvey
amazing.
Keitel. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Sin
He's
City
amazing.
was really cool too at the time. I think it was
Yeah,
almost
I like
too
that.
It was too cool.
It was
too cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it definitely leaned more on aesthetics than it did story, but like it was really cool though.
Yeah. I like the dialogue in that a lot, like the Mickey Rourke stuff, some of the shit
Oh
he
no,
said.
Mickey Rourke. I think that was I was thinking Josh Brolin, but it was Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
Is Brolin in that?
I think it was
No.
Mickey Rourke that I'm
Mickey
thinking.
Rourke's the
Just-
main character, yeah.
All right. Did we talk?
No. Go ahead.
Is that no?
No,
Okay,
I
you
think
got anything else
I
to
think
say?
I appreciate Robert. Like I think this is so bad. Robert Rodriguez is less problematic for me.
Publicly less
definitely.
problematic.
Quentin
Yes.
Tarantino.
Yeah. Is
And
there
I-
anything that made him like kind of think about being problematic that I missed?
Just the stuff where
Af-
Rose thought that she felt like she was coerced into
Yeah,
doing it.
Rose.
Oh, okay.
Rose
Yeah.
McGowan after
Because
the
they
fact
were-
said she
Yeah,
engaged
because
at
they
the
were
time?
together, and
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't
feel
know
like,
that.
Yeah.
He pitched it as the FU, and she, looking back, was like,
Got
he
it.
benefited more on that,
Right.
you know, her being in that role than she did, right? Kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So,
I
But
did
I
not.
don't.
It's a little
but,
emotional.
Yeah, we don't know the ins and outs of that
We don't,
relationship,
right.
and so I would like to say he's less problematic than Quentin
all right, guys.
because we're on a first name basis.
You Q. I call him Q.
Yeah.
Best kill. Did we talk about best
We
kill?
didn't. You got one, Sarah?
I mean, I thought Abby was the best kill. Just was kind of like
Sudden.
It was so
like,
sudden.
It was so sudden, and it was like, oh, there are all your hopes.
Yeah. Cure.
A cure, a vaccine, gone.
The imminent virologist or whatever
right,
he was.
right, whatever he was.
Mine would be I do love sudden, like that's why Martyrs for when the girl gets shot in the head with the shotgun, like this second one or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the sudden, like I wasn't expecting that. I do like that, but I think the revenge aspect of Quentin Tarantino getting shot basically through the crotch area and blasted through the thing was probably the most cathartic kill in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good.
I think my favorite one was Deputy Tolo, Tom Savini, where he's on the table and basically drawn and quartered. But it's not just his limbs that are yanked off. It's like his body
portion, yeah.
is ripped into 4 or 5 pieces.
And
like it's like the arm and like a third of his chest comes off with it. Like it's not just like the limbs.
Worth noting, he was in From Dusk Till Dawn as well. He was Sex Machine in From Dusk Till Dawn. And you know he designed his own kill. Like those who are in the know that he had a role in like writing all that out, right?
Yep.
So it was cool. Cool. All right. So dumbest character. I know.
I mean, we all agree.
We talked about this.
Well, Mike and I at least agree.
Yeah, Dakota.
I guess Dakota was the dumbest.
Gave your kid
Don't
a gun.
give a kid a gun.
I mean,
And
Jesus
it was
Christ.
stupid. It
told
was
him
stupid.
to defend himself.
Right?
And then
Like,
he shot
come
himself in
on.
the head. Instead of doing what you did 2 seconds later, which is carry him to the house.
That's you guys are
Jesus
funny.
Christ.
Fucking Christ.
Yes. Okay.
So, Justin, who's your dumbest character?
If you anchor this in reality, that was the dumbest kill or dumbest character for sure, right?
Yes.
You know, because you could talk for a little bit more. I need to find who I put down as dumbest kill. But
You don't. I mean, it wasn't Dakota.
If I want to shit on,
it wasn't dumbest kill.
While you look
dumbest kill was okay.
He
Dumbest
found it,
character
guys.
was Balls McGee, aka
Balls McGee.
Abby, because like
Balls
in the
Stop it.
in everything. So he's trying to track down these balls that exploded from the thing. Like this guy was too interested in these testicles. So.
Yeah, instead of trying to get away, he's like, "Let me gather my balls that fell out of the jar."
I mean, it's a kink.
It's a
You
kink.
can't help what your kink is.
Yeah, I mean, he works so hard to collect all
But it
those
doesn't make him
testicles.
dumb.
I mean, it makes it pretty dumb. All right, let's see. Could you survive, guys?
You get the fuck. I don't understand why people don't get this. Like, this is my biggest nitpick.
We have one
Get
person
the
saying,
fuck out of Dodge. Jesus
So,
Christ. As
counterpoint.
soon as you see things
Counterpoint.
happening, you get the fuck out. What?
counterpoint.
Or you locked
is
yourself in your
it
house.
was no longer in Dodge. This was a whole continent that was affected.
Right, but
So-
no, we're basing it on the movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
initially we're basing it on, like, the movie Get the Fuck Out of Town.
So you could survive for a little bit.
For a little bit.
Longer than the people in town.
Like, I mean, I would argue that, say, the Block family, they could not, because they weren't part of the military base, they weren't at JT's, they didn't see everything going on. They basically, like, went to the hospital, and somewhere along the way, the fog got to them. And then, yeah, of course, Brolin could have just not stood there and gotten the goo on him. He could have ran.
Right.
But like, if to be caught in the fog that's really nobody's
So,
fault. It's
yeah.
not like the news picked up on it and you weren't watching, or you were. It's I don't know.
They did not explain this enough, right? But are we to believe that there was something special about these characters that were alive towards the end, that they were unaffected by the fog, and that's why they were part of the cure, as Abby
Well,
was
that's
saying.
what Abby says.
Yes. So
You're
maybe
that, like-
if you were
Yeah.
born a certain way with a certain,
I stopped thinking about that when Cherry was bitten by zombies but did not turn into one
that's
herself.
why she's special.
So,
She's immune. She has a built-in immunity.
Okay, based on what?
Are we sure they bit her, or are we sure they just didn't rip it off? Because they were strong as shit. They threw Savini into a truck, into a police car, and it bent in.
Yeah.
All right.
Strong.
I don't think we know, but I would say get the fuck out.
Okay, that's your plan.
Plan.
I'm gonna say if I had the immunity to the fog, I'd make it.
Yeah. Sure. Hall of Fame? Is that
Hall
where we're
of
at?
Fame.
Are we,
are
we
Hall of
doing
Fame.
a body count?
Yes, we got to do the body count
I
too.
didn't count it.
You didn't do the body count?
didn't
You didn't
count it.
count
I
one?
just said a lot.
Okay. You guys guess. I
Okay.
will Google.
100.
We're counting zombies, of course. Not zombies that are not killed on screen. Okay.
Or I'm gonna type it in. I typed it in. I'm
Okay.
gonna guess before I hit enter.
Okay. I like that.
My theory is this is a roughly hour and 45-minute movie. So say what 100 and what's that? 115 minutes.
105.
115 minutes. There's some kills where like the helicopter scene probably kills like 40 people
lot,
in
right?
like 10
Yeah.
seconds. And then there's some scene, like some stretches where nobody's getting killed. I'm going to say there's an average of 2 kills a minute. So
Oh my God, you're getting so fucking technical.
I'm going to say 230 kills.
Okay, I want to hear it. I'm gonna take the
No.
under on that one.
No.
230. What'd you guys say?
I said 40.
I said 100.
because I don't want to count too high.
Okay. According to Wikipedia, 308.
Holy
get
shit!
the fuck out.
Holy shit! Now they're not always
mean-
counting what we count as deaths.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's probably fair.
there were
There was a lot.
okay, in video games, these are hordes, right? Like horde mode is like a wave of zombies. There were several waves that came by and they got killed. So yeah, I can buy it. At least 250.
Yeah, Mike wins.
Mike wins.
That sucks.
Apparently, the helicopter scene only had
Nothing.
23. I thought
Yeah.
that was at least like 40 or 50 people.
No, I didn't think it was
No,
that many.
yeah.
Okay.
The hospital had like
El Rey
10 or something.
El Rey killed 83. He was the leader.
Bullshit.
El Rey's the
Well,
what?
when he's
What
laying
about-
down cover fire for Cherry to get to the
I-
truck,
it
he
seems to
he
be-
mows down like 30 right there.
What about
and
Cherry?
then in the hospital where he's got the knives and he's just going all
Slicing
John
it.
Wick
That
through
seems
there.
a bit much.
Yeah.
Seems a bit much.
All right.
What else
Hall
do
of-
we got?
let's-
Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame
Yeah.
discussion here. Do we have this one? Might have some mixed reviews here. Hall of Fame protagonist. Now, protagonist does not have to live to be the protagonist.
No, there's no.
So,
What were we talking? The zombies, the protagonist?
No, those are
Protagonist.
antagonists. Protagonist is your hero.
Yes, I have.
Cherry would be
Cherry. I did put Cherry.
Cherry's the.
I've
Guys,
Cherry's
just
in the
to
Hall
be
of Fame.
clear, I did put female protagonist. I put
Yes.
Cherry.
Oh, we do have it broken down by female.
Yeah, male
right?
and female.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
is
did-
there a male protagonist? I say no. I think Ray was awesome. Ray's a cool character, but I'd
Right.
like him on my squad.
Right.
But like,
he's not the
nah.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
of
if
this
we ever
movie.
come up with a build a squad category, then
Yeah.
maybe. But like, yeah, no.
I did put Cherry, but I didn't put like
What about
necessarily like Hall of Fame. But and I don't know if it's because it's one movie,
it is one. Yeah, that's
right?
tough.
Like that makes it a little harder.
I'm putting her in.
Putting her in.
I'm not opposed.
I think-
I'm not opposed.
For two reasons. There's pop culture significance.
a huge
right?
pulp. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this character is known by casuals that don't even like horror. If you say
Right.
to a non-horror fan, like,
Grindhouse.
you ever heard of Planet Terror? And they're like, oh, with the girl with the machine gun leg?
Right.
Like,
That.
they know.
Yeah.
And that counts for so much.
I do agree.
Her clout. Is it clout? Is that what the kids say?
It's the
Do they still
zeitgeist.
say that?
Is what you're saying.
Her
The zeitgeist,
clout
right?
is
It's
up
the how well did she penetrate into common pop culture, right? And I like it. I don't like it. I don't know if her
mean,
body
even
of work
having-
is enough, but
Even if I hadn't seen it, like, because I hadn't seen it up until like a few days ago, like
You can
I
put her on the-
knew what she was.
we can put her on the short list.
Yeah.
She's
And
cute.
she
Yeah.
kills a ton. She
Yeah.
kills a ton.
Who's in charge of the short
She
list?
get-
That guy over there?
No, well, I think she's in. So if we all are not like, yes, she's in, then it goes on
I
the
don't
list
think
for
my vote
later
counts.
debate.
Oh, because the guest.
Right. But I mean, I would.
You haven't earned your PhD,
count
I have
and
not earned my
we'll count
PhD
it.
in horror films.
neither have we, by the way.
All right. So there's definitely she's on the short list.
She's definitely in consideration for our next class.
Yeah,
Or do you think
I
she's
think
not
she's
going to make
in.
the next class?
I think she should make the next. I think she should make the next. Class.
We don't. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think so.
All right.
Director Robert Rodriguez.
I think so.
I think so.
Well,
Yes. I think yes.
So this is a
What?
horror movie. So we've got
You have
Dust Till
Dust Till
Dawn,
Dawn, this
Faculty,
one,
and this one.
This one. Yeah, I think so.
So that is
Is
a
Sin
good
City
three.
a horror? That's
I mean,
it's
no,
not
I
horror,
wouldn't
but
call it
there's
a
kills.
horror.
There's
It's film noir.
killers.
It's like
it's
like
noir.
crime noir. Yeah.
You're right.
But that 3 is solid. It's a,
That's
a
a solid three, right?
Oh yeah, I think he's in.
Okay.
I count it.
Okay. He's on the
And
list
the
with
Spy
James.
Kids franchise,
he's
which is
on-
I
scary
mean-
as fuck. Apparently,
Dude, there's things that
I'm telling you, you should watch it with the babies.
no, I plan on it.
The babies.
I plan on it.
there's bad guys that they have like thumbs for heads. It's crazy. Man.
It is great. They're so fun.
All right. So that's and then what about our villains?
No.
There's no like,
No, it's lame.
Yeah, you can't just say zombies.
You can't
Yeah.
say zombies. You
And-
can't say biochemical weapon zombies.
Yeah,
You can't say
Tarantino's not
Tarantino.
one.
No, but you
Bruce
know what you
Willis is
can
not in
say?
enough.
What?
Those props.
Yeah, okay.
Props.
Hall
Let's
of
do the
Fame
props.
for props. Since I
He's
was
so mad at
since
me,
I was pushing, no, I'm
guys.
not. No. There is one answer and one answer only, and that's the jar full of testicles.
Stop
Oh wait,
it.
that's not the answer you were
Stop
going for.
it. No,
If you showed me that jar full of
machine gun-
testicles,
No,
though.
that's not it.
Yes, you're right. The machine gun leg.
That is in.
I think
Like,
there should
I
be a
was so
wax. There should be a
excited.
wax statue of Rose McGowan in full costume.
I agree.
In the exhibit.
I agree.
Right.
At Madame Tussauds.
Yes, there should be a a Madame
What
Tussauds
or she's
of her
flying
with the
through the
machine
air,
gun
like-
leg.
Or that. And
Yeah,
like, you have
in
some
that
shit.
pose. In that
Yeah.
pose. Yeah,
No,
definitely.
like that has to be in, guys.
100%.
I'm gonna be so sad if you guys don't put that in.
Yeah, no, I think that's got to be in.
It's gotta be in,
A
I
wax
think.
statue of that. Doing that.
I am so excited
Okay.
about this leg.
If we like this movie, what are some other movies that we recommend to people?
Oh, I got more props.
Oh, no, let's
more
hear
props. Go.
I got more props.
Go.
JT's barbecue shirt. I'd love to have just like a JT a bone shack
it. Okay.
shirt.
A Bone Shack shirt?
I don't know if that's
I
like
don't
Hall
know.
of Fame
I don't know.
but I would wear the shirt.
What about the Bone Shack sign?
That's
So
the
the
thing is-
neon sign hang up in the hall.
I don't know if it's
Bone
I don't-
Shack.
enough people would recognize it.
No,
Same. That
it's,
leg.
it's a double entendre. If you
Is it?
now
Wait a
once we
second.
see his waterbed,
What are the two entendres?
well, bone in ribs, bone barbecue ribs, and then we've seen his waterbed.
So what?
He's got a bone shack in his bone shack.
Okay.
We know this now.
What about Rose McGowan's real leg or Cherry's real leg?
Stop it. Wait, her reel it.
The one that gets turned off.
No.
I'm
How about
kidding.
the needle pouch? Just the three
Oh,
needles,
snap.
the little
fun.
or the one in the
It's
the
fun,
needle
but I don't
garter.
feel like it's
It's recognizable to people that know, but I don't know if it's tapped
It's
into
not the same as that.
No.
I mean, like from this movie, it's got to be the machine gun.
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah. So wax statue of Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
With the machine gun leg.
In the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Agreed.
For sure.
Okay.
All right.
Any other props?
That's it.
No other props.
What about the lone bloody testicle?
The one that he steps on? Like,
Yeah.
stops it like a soccer ball? That's pretty good. What about like the big old boil that he pulled off his face and smushed on, like a jelly donut? No.
Nope.
All right.
No.
Obviously there's one movie that you would pair with this based on the fact that it came out with it. Is there anything else like this that like you can think of off the top of your head? This wasn't one I prepped you for, so I apologize.
Your other zombie movies, your Night of the Living Dead, your Dawn of the Dead.
I feel like it has to be like
probably
your
your 28 Days Later,
a fun
because it's
zombie
the
movie.
chemical kind of thing. Maybe I think
it would have to be like a Zombieland or a
Zombieland. Yeah, it has to be fun.
It has to be,
has to be funny, right?
Like a Train to Busan kind of thing. Like these are fun ones, or Shaun of the Dead. I don't know if you compare it with 28 Days Later.
I agree.
That one
was way more serious to me.
Weirdly enough, though, they both have sexual assault.
Okay.
Machete? What about Machete?
What about Machete? I never saw Machete. I hate to admit it.
I watched it once.
I'm shocked.
I watched it once, and I think it's exactly what you think it is. It's
right.
They put Charlie Sheen in the president role. They put Lindsay Lohan in one of the sexy girl roles when both of them were like at their lowest.
At their lowest?
The height of their low.
At the height of their low. Okay.
Right, when both of those would answer the phone for that type of call.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it?
No, I haven't seen
I just
it.
assumed you would have seen that one.
But since that's the trailer that opens Planet Terror and then it became a full-length feature, like you could pair that with this.
For some reason, like the idea annoyed me. At the time when it came out, I was like, oh, that's supposed to be a funny trailer in its own, like serving, but it felt indulgent.
So this was,
What
like
he's
I said,
saying is he's an elitist.
Yeah. Robert Rodriguez wrote that in 1993. He was friends with Danny Trejo and wanted him to be. He thought Danny Trejo was going to be like Mexican, like the next action.
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Mexican Bruce Willis?
Kinda, or whatever. He wanted him to be like, he thought he was going to be like a big action star. And if you see Danny Trejo in Heat in 1995, he was fit, man. He wasn't like chubby Danny Trejo. He was fit. Like he could be an action star in the early 90s, I think.
I can picture his head being on a turtle.
Did you not
ever see
look up
Breaking
and
Bad?
see
I got
what
it.
like if don't you guys do a whole
No.
if they recommend this movie, if you like this
Oh,
movie?
Yeah, that's what we were
IMDb.
just doing. Like, IMDb
do you
lists.
have specific like
can
I'm
get
just
that for you
curious,
real
like
quick.
what that is because I
Real
don't
quick.
like when you said what other movies I'm like I don't know.
lists along with this, and they get lazy. So they list Death Proof,
Get lazy.
They do.
Machete, From Dusk Till Dawn,
Okay.
and Sin City and Desperado.
Okay.
And
So not all like horror films, just
IMDb gets really lazy with this. They're like, it's the other Robert Rodriguez movie.
right.
And the other one that was
They're
released
not, like,
with
going
this.
as deep as you just tried to do, Justin, like with other zombie
that are
films.
actually like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like, well, here's the other ones that are like it. Or what did we recently do? Friday the 13th.
Right.
And they were like, the other
Friday the-
more like this. Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Part 5,
Well,
Part
that's
6.
lame.
I'm like, so okay. Like,
Yeah, that's not
there's
fair.
other slashers you can. Sleepaway Camp would be a much cooler pick to slide in there to pair with Friday the 13th. And just
Agreed.
But what about like
Or even
isn't
like-
Black Phone like a sleepaway camp kind of
No,
thing?
Black Phone is
Is it?
more like supernatural type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, I like your thoughts on that one. All right, so I think we've squeezed all the juice out of this movie that we can, guys. Who's next? Or do you have more?
Does anybody have final thoughts before we do what's next?
Final thoughts
Or
is
final grade?
I'm keeping my 9 on my IMDb.
I mean, guys,
Uh-oh.
I loved this, and I think like going like diving into it, I come from a 5 to like a 7-8.
Okay.
Just
so-
because it was
We talked her into
we
it.
talked.
Yeah. You know
talked
what's
me
fun?
into it, and
This is an example of what bourbon can do to somebody. Right? 2 glasses of bourbon for a non-bourbon drinker can talk you into
Stop it.
2 extra points.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna say. But no, I think it is when you talk through it and you're thinking about it, you're like, okay, it wasn't.
That was fun.
It was fun.
All right.
It was fun.
So she's a 7 now. That's good.
I'm a 7.
We got you to a 7.
You got me to the IMDb like Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, we did.
Metascore, like,
Consensus.
yeah.
I'm an 8.5. If Quentin Tarantino did not act in this, it'd be a 9.5.
Right? He's fucking
You know
awful.
what?
Full point deduction.
You know
for
what
his-
brought it down from a 10 was Quentin Tarantino's weak ass acting.
His weak ass acting and the way he tried to shoehorn his own fucking writing in other scenes, which you know he did. Like, so for example, the scene where Cherry says, where Ray says Cherry sounds like a stripper's name, and she's like, it's a go-go dancer's name. There's a difference. Tarantino says the same thing in True Romance when Alabama says that she's a call girl, and Christian Slater's like, "You're a whore?" She's like, "No, I'm a call girl." And there's a difference, you know. Same fucking. He's shoehorning the same shit into the serial stuff and just some of the dialogue. It's like it's definitely Tarantino definitely wrote some of this and like or like, hey, you should.
Or
really
tried
put
to
this
like
in.
put it in.
He did not intend to be in
He
this
doesn't have a
movie.
writing credit on this, but you can tell.
There was influence.
Yeah, he didn't intend to be in the movie.
His own
I found that out.
His own scene where they're in the elevator and he comments that Rose McGowan looks like Ava Gardner.
Yeah.
It's like that's
him.
nerd
That's
shit
him.
Yeah.
that only he's gonna say.
Yeah.
Because no soldier fucking is gonna know who the fuck Ava Gardner
right.
is. That's just him stroking his ego. About,
Stroking something.
This is where he gets problematic for me.
So he didn't write that. Well, he might have written that part.
definitely wrote
Okay,
his
okay.
own
Hold on.
Improv.
He did. You're probably right.
Robert Rodriguez wrote. He's like, actually, I think I should like
All right.
write this.
So he
This
was
is
not
what
supposed to be that character.
Okay.
He did it in the read through, and Robert's like, just let's just put you in this movie because I like the way you read it, basically.
Yeah.
So. I mean, we can't blame
And
him
the way
completely,
like,
but
this is
yeah.
like when he's like, "This is what a gun does," and the
that's
the barrel goes here, and the bullet I pull the trigger like this, and the bullet comes out of here, and then you don't look like Ava Gardner no more. Like that is just him,
right?
That is just all him.
Yeah,
and it's not
that's
good.
sad.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's good in this movie,
but it's really not. It doesn't even fit in this movie. It doesn't fit.
Mike's
in this movie.
like more like woke than you. Baby.
No. It's not about being woke. He's just stylistically.
I'm saying like a military guy.
Right, it doesn't fit.
Doesn't
Doesn't
fit.
fit.
Ava Gardner is.
He's trying to
and is not
compliment you,
gonna-
Mike.
Like he's being Quentin Tarantino. He's
Yeah.
not being this character.
Quentin being himself.
Anyway, so
All
that's an
right.
important deduction for his acting.
So 8.5 for you.
How about?
Were you?
I'm
were
still
you
a 9. Yeah,
You're
I'm still a 9. It could have been a 10 if not for Quentin. No,
It's real though.
that missing reel is
Well,
worth
we really
its weight in
don't.
gold.
We really don't.
We don't need the missing reel.
Well, I mean, it was funny though. Like
It was
just
fun. Like,
the
that
amount of
was
shit
funny.
that happened in
yeah.
that
I
missing
love that
reel.
we jump like 30 minutes ahead.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Everybody's just
Yeah.
together. We're
the
like,
place,
great, we're all together
the
now.
place is literally on fire when we get in. We're on fire, right?
They were like Imagine Dragons. Like their sex was on fire.
Imagine dragging these nuts. Wait a minute, sorry.
Is that Imagine Dragons?
Yeah, that's
Is Imagine
That's a
Dragons?
bit-
They have a song, "Sex is on Fire."
Your
No.
sex is on fire.
Oh, I don't know.
What?
I don't
what
know.
song is that?
I thought
Maybe it's Lumineers. No, it's Imagine Dragons.
it might
I'm gonna
be.
have to look that shit up.
But you haven't heard the bit where it's like, who sings that radioactive song? And then you say Imagine Dragons, and then I
Dragging
say,
these nuts.
Imagine me dragging these nuts.
Yeah.
And,
I live in a house full of boys.
Okay.
Wait,
Anyway.
wait till.
Oh, Kings of Leon.
Okay.
Kings of Leon. Sorry, Imagine Dragons fans.
Same thing.
I don't know if you.
It's not the same thing.
No, I do like Kings of Leon,
I don't know
though.
anything that came out after like 2003.
Right.
So.
Same. All right. We are going way off on a tangent here,
We
guys.
are.
And I
like
blame Sarah.
tangents.
I blame Sarah.
I like tangents, and I'm
So,
sorry, guys.
is there any other fun facts we want to throw out? Or do we want to just say, hey, thank you for listening, guys? Because you guys have been patient with us. This is a long one, but we had a lot of fun with this.
I don't have any other fun facts. I think I got them all out.
Do you have any other fun facts?
I just hope you don't cut me out.
Yeah, we're cutting every line out. Every
I
single
feel
line.
like this was really long, but I loved it.
Okay.
This is by far the longest.
I am
Oh, no.
so fucking sorry.
No,
It's okay.
I think we had great discussion.
I feel like
We had 5 people on this.
Yeah.
I think this is a movie worthy of long discussion.
Even though it was only an hour and a half. Okay.
I think it's great.
So,
No
yeah.
offense, Charlie, can't wait to have you back. I think this was also great.
What made it hard to talk about in the short form was there was a lot of like prep work. We had to tell you what a Grindhouse film is. We had to tell you the background
for sure,
story.
for sure. Like
I blame myself.
I also had to look it up. Like
Right.
I did a lot of like what, what the fuck is a grindhouse?
Right.
Just so I knew
Sounds
what I was
dirty.
talking
It sounds
about.
like grinding on somebody at the
Like,
club.
grind.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so whose turn is it next?
It is my turn next.
It is Mike's turn to pick a movie. Do you have a good one for us?
I hope so. So this was the first time that I had a movie lined up I was going to pick, and Justin stole it. Similarly to how I stole Martyrs from Charlie and Justin. Similar to that, this is the first time one of mine got stolen. I was going to pick Planet Terror. So
we're going to run it back. We're going to do it again.
I'm gonna complete the double feature here, and I'm going to pick Death Proof. It's not maybe technically a horror, but it's got horror elements.
I mean, it's pretty scary.
Since
but fun.
We shit enough on Tarantino in this episode,
I feel like I need to come back. I feel like I should come back to shit some more on Tarantino.
Sarah wants a guest spot on.
I do want a guest spot, like a permanent guest spot, guys.
Oh no, you're gonna make people sad. Jealous.
I'm not gonna do.
Or this could be a 4-person pod.
No.
Now, Death Proof.
We're allowed to have longer
solidarity.
I haven't watched Death Proof.
So you can blame me for it. It was your sister.
I watched Death Proof in 18 years, I guess that is. So it's time for me to rewatch it.
Wait a second. Have you not watched it since you saw it at the? Have you watched Planet Terror since we watched it last? Oh, so you watched Planet Terror
a few times, yeah. But like,
so you clearly.
I'm more Planet Terror.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
Me too.
Cute.
But I figure we'll just complete the double feature.
I think that's.
But I do. Kurt Russell's great,
and I love Kurt Russell. And I do like Death Proof a lot. I do like that movie.
And like, if you can go from stunt person to like, I know your name, Zoe Bell. That's impressive, right there. Yeah. You know, so
it's a great cast in Death Proof. That's for sure. Rose McGowan comes back.
Rose is back.
I know. I do know that.
People come back, and then we got.
Is that typical of like a Grindhouse?
I don't think so, because I think they just buy what's cheap, and I
feel like I want to say with the Kung Fu double features that are popular, it's always like a Sunny
the same.
Okay,
right?
Like a two of theirs. It's not like a one, like a two randos.
Okay.
Like it's like two Bruce Lees or two Sonny Chivas or whatever.
Okay.
Back to back.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious. That was a legitimate question.
We have determined that Mike is good at taking us home. He is good at taking us out. So I'm not even going to try.
Okay, if you like what we do here in the All Guts So Gory podcast, please leave us a rate and review wherever you listen to your podcasts. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at allgutssogorypod. Justin, you've been updating our Instagram? I haven't even checked.
I did it once this week.
Oh, that's better than you did the last 2 weeks.
He's slacking.
Snap.
So follow us there. Share with your friends that may like horror movies and this kind of stuff as well. All that stuff is good for us.
Because it was my pick, I might do it like 10 times this week, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And then...
And because I'm on it.
Yeah. Later this week, we have a mini episode. I believe we have another Stab in the Dark trivia game show coming for you. And then next week, we will be back with another movie. It'll be Death Proof, as we just said. We'll complete this Grindhouse double feature with Death Proof. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us. She's laughing over there at something. Justin just pulled his pants down. That's why she's
because I want to do this all the time now.
Yes.
So
it's fun, isn't it?
It's so fun.
It's like book club, but
I feel like I need to stop bitching about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is real work, guys.
So thank you, Sarah. It was lovely having you. Appreciate you being here. Charlie will be back next week, but Sarah, you can join us anytime, obviously.
I'm your fourth wheel.
Nice. We got that. We're all for it.
Well, who's going to take care of Mando? I'm kidding.
Atticus, duh.
Atticus, duh.
It's his fucking dog.
Yeah.
Justin, thank you as always for hosting here in your basement. And
thanks for bringing extra bourbon.
Yeah, that's it, guys. For All Guts So Gory, I'm Mike. For Justin, for Sarah, for Atticus and Apollo, who joined us as well. Thank you for listening. And Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.